You're listening to the Friendswood High School Mustangs on the MCS Sports Network. Tonight's game is brought to you by Hometown Bank, Select Spine and Sports Medicine, JSC Federal Credit Union, Generators of Houston, Motor Trends, Montz and Mayer Dental Group, and by RE/MAX. And now, the voice of the Mustangs, Kirk and Justin Lowe.
And welcome into Henry Winston Stadium here on this beautiful, rain-free Friday evening here on MCS Sports, where we are bringing you live Friendswood football district opener 10-5A. The Mustangs will face the Stingarees from Texas City. Friendswood coming in at 3-0. Texas City coming in at 1-2. I'm Kirk Lowe, joined as always by Justin Lowe. And Justin, 3-0, 1-2 looks easy on paper, but it's district now.
Yeah, absolutely. And when it comes to district, they are both 0-0. Those numbers look nice for Friendswood, but what it comes down to is it all starts fresh tonight, and Friendswood is going to just come out tonight and look to make a statement.
You know, everybody in football, you know, you've got that 11-week season. You play those 10 games. You get that off week. Both teams are coming off that off week. For me personally, I don't know if it could have come at a worse time for Friendswood. I thought their last game they played was the best one they've had all season.
Oh, yeah, agreed. The first two games, they looked a little shaky. Even though they came out on top, Gurdon was not looking like himself. But 2 weeks ago, Gurdon put on an absolute performance, and it really what most people thought he was going to do this year. The Mustangs offense has really started to click, and the defense has been rolling as well.
Absolutely. You know, one thing they did focus-wise last week, 2 weeks ago on offense was go to their senior receiver, Austin Alvarez, and he came through last week with some great catches. You know, and that was one that we just hadn't really seen him make a concerted effort to go to. Now, they got more weapons, though, than one guy.
Oh, absolutely. And that starts with Luke Revere.
Yes.
Luke Revere has come as a surprise to most. Most people did not think he was going to be the starting running back this year with Halada in the stable of backs as well. But Revere has really come along and has been a powerful back for the Mustangs.
It really has. And, of course, defensively, you have those young sophomore linebackers, you know, really stepped up last week. 2 weeks ago. I know you and I are going to say last week all night long probably. But Jackson Stevens came alive last week again. Dane Roney, Helton. And then defensive backs, you know, all those guys have 3 varsity games under their belt. And so I know they're ready for district. But I think tonight we're going to see something. We're going to hear Coach Koopman here in a second. Colton Halada back there at safety.
Yeah, and that is going to be a huge help for the Mustangs. Halada is experienced, been on varsity for 3 years now. He is arguably the best athlete on the field at any time in the ball game.
Absolutely. Well, of course, this is the Hometown Bank of Friendswood pregame show. We're about 12 minutes from kickoff. Right now, though, we're going to go to the Pinnacle Construction Coaches Show with our interview with Coach Koopman. Let him talk about the last few games and District 10-5A. To the Pinnacle Construction Coaches Show here on MCS Sports. Right now, we're joined by the head coach of the 3-0 Friendswood Mustangs. But I guess, Coach, really it's 0-0 right now, isn't it?
0-0, and we're fixing to start this gauntlet of a District 10-5A. And I talked with Coach Sarovic at the junior high game the other night. We were talking about how you get caught looking at the whole big picture.
A lot of big district games, you know, on tap for tonight. I guess big picture-wise, if you're a fan looking in, I guess the Angleton Shadow Creek game's got to be one of the biggest ones.
I think it's one that people's eyes are on,
right.
No doubt about it.
Sure, absolutely.
So, but every game, every game in this district is going to be a battle, and so how this thing looks in week 2 or 3 or 4 is going to be interesting to see.
Sure. Well, let's talk real quick about just the first 3 games, and it feels like, you know, we're just kind of joking about it. It feels like it's been about a month ago since you guys have played.
Yeah, well, that off week sure seems you kind of breaks your rhythm. It seemed like a long time since we played, but I think we're better. You know, we want to be better. We spent last week working on some things you don't get a chance to work on all the time, tackling and stuff like that, and so. But I think our kids are ready to play tonight. Well,
not that you have any control over this, but do you wish, because that third game, I thought seemed like everything kind of started coming together for you guys. You kind of wish that off week was kind of bad timing. And again,
I don't know. Last year after Harvey, without the off week, it was a grind. And you were sitting in week 7 and 8, going like, man, we just haven't. And it's as hard on the coaching staff as any. You know, you're working 7 days a week, and we had the opportunity to take last Saturday and Sunday off. Sure. And so that was nice. You know, off weeks are kind of necessary, and I'd much rather do them before district than in the middle of district.
Sure.
And, you know, we've had that before where your off week's week 8. And so, you know, so kind of gives everyone time to regroup for district and kind of refocus and kind of get going. So it's kind of like we treated it like two standalone seasons. You had your scrimmage and non-district, and now we're starting district.
Sure. You know, last game, real quickly, versus LaPorte, seemed like Luke Gurdon kind of got things wrong a little bit. Also seemed like maybe it was more of a, you know, from our standpoint, it really looked like you're maybe focused a little bit more towards Alvarez, which turned out great.
We were going to force feed Austin, you know, that night, and we were all sharp though. We were, you know, we came out offensively sharp. We came out defensively sharp. We, you know, in the pregame we mentioned that we were 2-0 and we hadn't even begun to play anywhere near what we were capable of. And I thought against LaPorte, especially in that first half, we kind of put it together. And so I think it was almost like everyone took a deep breath, like, oh yes, we can do this.
Right.
And so that's what we're trying to build on as we move forward.
I think another area too, which we call out special teams. You know,
we've been strong in special teams, but you know, we devote a lot of time to special teams. I mean, we do during the week. When you look at our practice schedule, we spend some time on it. So we know that's part of the game we got to win. So we can't always win the speed game. We can't always win some of the other things, but we think we can win the special teams game. We spend time on it.
Okay, let's talk about most importantly now that this matchup tonight at Texas City. Not a stranger to Texas City at all.
No, up till last year with Harvey knocked that game out, we played 19 straight years, and I've been a part of all of them. And I think Friendswood's ahead 10-9 in the rivalry, and so it's been that way. There's been a couple of years where they've won 2 or 3 in a row, and then a few years we've won 2 or 3 in a row. But there's been very few non-competitive games.
Right.
And we went through about a 5 or 6 year span where the last possession was deciding the game. And so I would not be shocked if that's where we're back at. They're a good football team. They're big. They got an athletic quarterback. They look like a Texas City team to me.
Right.
And I know Texas City teams are good.
Oh, absolutely. No. What on their offense? I know they used to try to run a lot of just come right at you.
That's still in their
Okay.
that's still in their DNA, but they've got an athletic quarterback,
Right.
and so they want to come downhill at you, but then they'll spread you occasionally, and he throws a decent ball, but man, he can hurt you with your legs.
Okay.
And so they're a little bit more multiple this year, but they still have that DNA where they want to get, you know, hill-to-hill splits and come downhill at you and run power.
Right. What about their defensive schemes?
Defense in a 3-3, and they've historically, you know, in years past, kind of been in a 4-man front. They're in a 3-3 stack. They're athletic. They're always athletic. Their DBs are always athletic.
Right.
You know, I've always just marveled at where their cornerbacks play from year to year.
Right.
And so it's just, you know, the good news is, in 24-6A last year, we saw 4 teams running a 3-3 stack, so our kids are familiar with it.
Sure.
So, that's the good news in it. And so, but they're fast and aggressive. Like I said, they're a Texas City team.
Coach, one more thing. You know, if you look at from the big picture, you look at the rankings in the area, and of course this district's what 4 or 5 of the teams in the top 10, or however you want to look at it. 6 in the top 15. Is it hard to keep your kids at all just focused on Texas City without looking at the big picture?
I've never heard one of them mention it.
Good.
I've never heard one kid or one coach mention where we at in the polls or where we're at in all this. You know, ever since we walked off that field in LaPorte, our goal is to be 1-0.
Good.
And I said, you know what? Texas City's goal has been 1-0, and someone's going to be 0-1. And there's going to be 4 teams in this district 0-1 after this weekend. And there's going to be some really good teams 0-1. It could be us, it could be Texas City, it could be Shadow Creek, it could be Angleton. You know, you look across the board, and so, you know, 0-1 doesn't mean you're not going to get where you need to get, but you certainly want to be 1-0. And so, I mean, the first thing I mentioned after LaPorte was 1-0 is where we want to be.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Coach, last thing, you know, one thing we see in the first couple of games is running back, kind of that. You know, that 2-headed monster. Is that's still going to continue here? That's still going to continue, especially since we're going to get Colton Halada some more reps at safety. So we went in after this LaPorte game, and I said, you know, he needs to be playing 100% of the snaps, with 50% being on defense, 50% being on offense. And so we've worked him a lot on both sides of the ball, and so that's kind of where we're heading. So we'll still keep on offense that way so we can let him play some defense also. Well, that took away my last question. That's what I was leading to, was will we see a lot on defense, but that's exactly the answer there. Yeah. Okay, well, very good. But again, the good thing is, you know, you've got some young guys who've been playing back there in place of him, got a lot of good reps, and so not a bad problem to have.
No. The rotating defensive players is a good thing.
Yeah, absolutely. Coach, again, thanks for always your time. Look forward to seeing this game tonight, and look forward to the Mustangs coming out 1-0.
Thank you.
You bet. And that's Coach Robert Koopman here on Pinnacle Construction Coaches Show. We'll be right back here on MCS Sports.
Yeah, the offensive line.
And welcome back. If you just heard the beautiful voice of Mr. Tony Hopkins introducing the Friendswood Mustangs, they come on the field. And if you were listening about 12 minutes ago, right before Coach Koopman spoke, we were ready for a beautiful night of football. Now the rain has come. So we have the umbrellas out, the plastic wrap for some. Texas City's now coming on the field. Again, we're about 4 minutes away from kickoff here on this rainy evening, but rain or shine, we will play this game. Again, District 10-5A, brand new district, both teams opener tonight. District play actually started last night as Foster is now 1-0 on the season as they took down Ball over in Fort Bend last night. So Ball, who will be Friendswood's opponent next week, 0-1. But again, this district it's going to be a lot of fun, Joseph, for the next 7 weeks. Biggest battle in the game, the district night besides this one is Angleton versus Shadow Creek. Both teams coming in at 3-0. Both teams looking to make a playoff run. Somebody's going to walk away tonight 0-1, and somebody's going to walk away from this one tonight 0-1. We will take a quick break here, have a couple commercials here on our Hometown Bank of Friendswood pregame show, and then we'll get you right back to the national anthem and the kickoff here on MCS Sports.
Have you been dreaming of a home renovation? Are you looking to purchase a home? Is it time to refinance? With money to loan and the will to help, the best place to borrow is right at home. At Hometown Bank, dreams are built one family at a time. Stop in to see one of their experienced loan officers today. Hometown Bank is your local bank with deep roots in our community. With big league resources and services, that strength is used for local families and businesses. Come see how being local makes a big difference in banking at Hometown Bank. Visit Facebook, Twitter, or htbna.bank for more information. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
This segment is brought to you by Dr. Joe Danke at Select Spine and Sports Medicine. Dr. Danke is the only certified sports chiropractor in Friendswood, and his goals are always to get you out of pain and back to action as fast as possible. Select Spine and Sports Medicine provides the best treatment options for neck and back pain as well as sports-related injuries. To find out more, visit chiropractorfriendswood.com.
And welcome back to Henry Winston Stadium here on the campus of Friendswood High School, where we are just getting ready to have the captain meeting on the field and two record Texas City fell to El Campo to start the season. They then played a much improved Clear Falls Knights team a few weeks ago, and then their last game was a big win, a couple touchdown victory over the Clear Lake Falcons. They are coming in on a high. Of course, your Friendswood Mustangs are coming in after that big win, probably the most complete win of the season for the Friendswood Mustangs. We're going to have captains on the field. Justin, you see who our captains are tonight for the Mustangs?
Looks like we have Austin Alvarez, Luke Gurdon. Oh, I can't see it right there right now. They're turning the wrong way. Big Mike Gibson and Luke Revere.
There you go. Again, it is just a little misty right now. We have a little lighter crowd. We had a few minutes ago, but now they're all down getting popcorn and a hot dog, I suppose. Staying dry. And as we're seeing that, we're going to see who got that toss.
I don't know. It looks like they didn't signal. We'll see.
Yeah, I missed it on that one. Again, opening District 10-5A for both of these teams. And again, for the next 7 weeks, kind of tonight, it is going to be a battle every single game. Friendswood next week goes to Galveston Ball. But I know right now, as you heard Coach Koopman earlier, it's one focus and one focus alone. These Texas City Stingrays. This rivalry, Justin, 19 games. Friendswood's on top 10-9. There's been some battles with Texas City.
Absolutely, and I've been privileged enough to take part in a few of those battles, and unfortunately, I went 1-2 in those battles.
Yes, like I said, they have had incredible amount of talent. Many guys have gone to the next level.
And the next level after that.
And the next level after that, absolutely. Friendswood will receive this kickoff. Friendswood will be going left to right on your computer to monitor. They are in their all black tonight. Black pants, black jersey, black helmet. The Stingarees are in their orange pants, white jersey, and their white helmet. And we are just now ready to get underway of District 10-5A football. Your Friendswood Mustangs versus the Texas City Stingarees. And here we go. Short kick. That's going to be fielded right at the 25-yard line. Caught and returned 30. But the 35-yard line is where Friendswood will start this drive.
Dawson Johnson on the return right there. Going to give the Mustangs a decent start at their own 34-yard line. And Dawson Johnson has actually returned his fair share of kicks this year. They love to pooch. I mean, the Friendswood opponents have just pooched the ball to Johnson nearly every game, and they just do not want to kick that ball deep to Zamora and Alvarez.
And good thing, Johnson's sure-handed. I've seen him do a great job out there on the special teams. 1st and 10 for the Mustangs. Balls on their own 34-yard line. Balls on the right hash. Again, Friendswood moving left to right. Luke Revere offset to Gurdon's left. Revere with the handoff up the middle. There he goes. Right side, 40, 45. Nice job, young man. That's a first down. Again, Luke Revere gets the start tonight. We said in the pregame, Colton Halata and Luke Revere have been going about 50-50 on the carries. We do expect to see Colton Halata, as you heard from Coach Koopman, in the secondary tonight. So expect to see a lot more Luke Gurdon this evening. Twin receivers to the right side, single receiver to the left. Revere, again, offset to Gurdon's right. Zamora in motion, going right to left. Pass out to Zamora. No one to block, and Zamora is blasted for a 4-yard loss.
Wow, they sniffed that one out really quickly, breaking down their film.
Yeah, absolutely. That did not fool a soul. No one left to block, and that defensive back was all over that one. So Friendswood now has a 2nd and 14. They say 13 on the board. Ball is spotted on their own 44-yard line, left hash. Twin receivers of both sides. Again, Gurdon's best game of the season by far. Last game versus LaPorte. He starts 1 for 1 tonight. Pressure. Gurdon tries to roll out. Got one man to beat. Does not get it. He is shoestring tackled at the 40-yard line.
Stingarees brought some heat. The Mustangs unable to pick it up right there. Mustangs actually got him a little bit on the hard count. They had the blitz coming, tried to time it up. Were not able to do so, but still got through that Mustang O-line and brought Gurdon down for the sack.
Going to bring up a 3rd and 17 now for Friendswood, passing down, obviously, for the Mustangs. Twin receivers of both sides. Revere offset to the left. Up, drop to Revere. Revere's going to get about 5, maybe 6. Brought down his own 45.
Yeah, Koopman keeping it conservative right there.
Sure.
3rd and a long way. Did not want to give the Stingarees any momentum to start this ball game off. Ball's a little slick. Rain's coming down. Played it safe. Revere picked up 6, but that's going to make it 4th and 12, and they're going to have to boot it away.
Russell Langston will be in to do the kicking duty for the Mustangs. The Texas City returner back about his own 16-yard line. Langston's done a good job this season. Gets a nice boot off to his right. Fair catch is signaled for and caught at the Texas City 25-yard line. We'll take a quick break here on MCS Sports. Broadcast of Friendswood football 0-0, 9:37 left here in the first.
Generators of Houston and Generac support the Friendswood High School Mustangs. For all of your industrial and commercial generator needs, choose the oldest and largest Generac industrial dealer in Texas, Generators of Houston. They are generator installation experts with over 14 years of experience and installation references in virtually every commercial, municipal, and industrial application. If your business needs a generator installation, service, or parts.
And welcome back to Henry Winston Stadium, where it is 0-0, just underway here. Texas City now, first drive of the game for them as they're going to come out. Nice run to the right side. That's going to be a 10, 15, 20-yard carry brought out of bounds right about midfield. Look like JaVale McDaniel
Yeah, JaVale McDaniels right there really showing his speed early, getting to that outside edge, turning it up for a nice little gain. Looks like 20 yards on the play.
You got McDaniel is the quarterback, Philip McDaniel, JaVale McDaniel at tailback. So that can be now great field position. Again, so those guys were definitely the leaders coming in, and you see why right there. Ball's on their own 46-yard line for Texas City, first and 10. Again, just underway, 9:28 remaining here in the first quarter here from Henry Winston Stadium. Twin receivers to the left, single receiver up top. McDaniel with the handoff up the middle. Good push by the offensive line, get about 2.
Yeah, you're right. That was a solid push right there. Let the ends go free of the Mustangs, but that was just a halfback dive straight up the middle, able to pick up 2 yards on the play. It looked like he got the pile a little further, but they're only going to give him 2.
So 2nd down and 8 now for the Stingarees. Again, we do have, let's see, we do have Colton Halata in there right now. Justin, do we see him?
No, we do not.
I do not see him yet. So, but again, he will get some time in that secondary tonight, and he also will get some time at tailback. If you're Coach Koopman, you got to think you want that guy on the field as much as possible. Twin receivers to the right. McDaniel with the handoff in the middle. Big hole, 45-40. There he goes, 35-30, 25-20, one man to beat. He is not going to beat him. Has run out of bounds about the 5-yard line.
Yeah, Trey Mapp able to track him down and save the touchdown right there. But McDaniel running all over the black shirt D right now, and just nothing too fancy. That's just a run right up the heart of the defense.
Didn't see offensive line even move. It just opened the hole and went. Friendswood's got to shore up that D line. 1st and goal now for the Stingarees. Ball is on the Friendswood Mustang 8-yard line. I formation, fullback, bruiser, about 3 yards.
Yeah, they send the big boy in right there. It looks like that's TJ Fountain, and he is large.
Yes,
he looks like he runs about 250. I'm going to need to get a weight on that young man, but he had contact at the 8-yard line, bowled his way for 3 more, making it 2nd and goal from the 3-yard line.
Yeah, that's a nice weapon to have right there. You've got the speed of McDaniel, and then you've got Big Fountain coming in there. You just don't see too much I formation.
It's old school football. I love it.
I do too. McDaniel back there. You've got the offset fullback, probably Fountain there. It's going to be McDaniel with the handoff up the middle. He's going to push.
They're going to mark him just
shy.
He
that's
nearly
tight.
got in right there. Great job of the Stingering O-line pushing McDaniel near the white, but it's not quite going to get him there. It was very close. It'll be 3rd and goal from just about the inch line.
Yeah, it is
the
on.
Ball, from this angle, it looks like the ball is in the end zone. It's going to take a valiant effort from that Mustang D-line to drive this ball back. The Stingarees are going to have 2 plays to do it. I imagine you're going to see nothing fancy. QB sneak right here. Just push the pile. And so far, they've controlled the line of scrimmage.
And if it's not a QB sneak, you would think Fountain's going to get the rock here. Get McDaniel under.
Easy for McDaniel.
Yeah.
Just like I said, nothing simple. QB sneak, jump over the pile. An easy 6 for the Stingarees, and a soft start from the Mustangs.
Yeah, there was nothing fancy about that drive right there. It was just gash, run, and punching in for 6 for the Stingarees. So they go up on top 6-0 here over your Friendswood Mustangs. Just underway here in the first quarter. Kick is up. Kick is good. So we will take a quick break here on MCS Sports. It is Texas City 7, your Friendswood Mustangs 0.
We have school spirit. What about you? JSC Federal Credit Union offers Friendswood High School Mustang mascot ATM and debit cards. Parents, students, and staff, show your school spirit with your very own Mustangs mascot card. Visit jscfcu.org for more information on the mascot cards and our other products and services available. JSC Federal Credit Union, home of the Friendswood High School Mustang mascot card, with 2 Friendswood branch locations.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation.
Lines it up, boots it off to the Mustangs, and they're going to have an excellent return all the way back to their own 43-yard line. Another pooch right there, and it pays off for the Mustangs, doing a good job of executing on those with the return right there. Actually looks like Colton Halata.
You know, just again, we are not talking about this before. The whole pooch deal, I don't know what they've seen on film because every team pooches to Friendswood. And that just gives them great field position.
I think that was Johnson again with the recovery.
Oh, of course it was. 1st and 10, balls on Friendswood's 43-yard line. Twin receivers at both sides. Guess who? Revere with the handoff, right side, 45. Go, 40, 35, 30. One man to beat. He's brought down at the 25-yard line.
Excellent run again by Revere. Nearly got clipped up by that end, but Gibson cleared him out. Excellent job, Big Mike Gibson, getting him right down to the 25-yard line. 30-yard run right there by Revere. Excellent start for him.
So 1st and 10 now for the Mustangs. Balls on the 25-yard line. Twin receivers to both sides. Revere still in the game. Gurdon barks it out. Hands off this time to Colton Halata. Excuse me. Revere's going to take a break. Halata. No, the ball's loose. The ball is loose, and Texas City has it. Oh, goodness. Halata with a nice run. Got about 5. I don't know if that ball was just slippery out there, but someone for Texas City got the hand in there, and Texas City recovers. Friendswood just knocking on that hometown Bank of Friendswood red zone. Instead, critical turnover here early in the game with Texas City already on top, 7-0.
Yeah, Halata just stood up too long right there. Got stood up about 4 yards past the line of scrimmage. Was hit by a stingery, and his teammates were able to come along with him and jar that ball out. And when you come into a game, when you're the favorite, that is one quick way to flip the script.
Absolutely. Again, it really doesn't matter. You know, of course, you throw records out and all that when you have a game with teams that are so familiar over the years with each other. And, you know, Friendswood already coming down from 6A to 5A. They got a target on their back every single night. Believe me, that's the last thing you want to see right there for the Mustang. Twin receivers, McDaniel with the handoff up the middle. And, Justin, they're doing nothing but downhill running.
And why not? You got the lead, taking their sweet time with it, giving the O linemen some time to juice back up and bring everything they have. Hitting that no huddle or hitting that huddle up. You know, we usually see a lot of teams go fast pace in high school nowadays, but you're seeing a huddle after every play. That's just simple halfback dive, picks up nearly 7 yards.
Tonight's first quarter brought to you by Genergy and Remax here on MCS Sports broadcast of Friendswood football. McDaniel to McDaniel up the middle again, a little to the left side. He's going to be stopped right. Well, it's going to be enough for the first, though. He got enough.
Yep, and just another, just right off the guard, that left guard right there. Not too much of a hole, but McDaniel able to truck through and pick up the first.
So 1st and 10 now for the Stingerees. Ball's on their own 28-yard line. Long ways to go, but they are in the lead. Clock's running 5:50. And the way this offense is moving right now, and you're going to see a lot of clock running, and they're getting about 4 or 5 a carry right now. This Friendswood defensive line has got to find some way to stop the bleeding. Twin receivers to the right, single receiver offset to the left. Little sniffer back there, and you got McDaniel to McDaniel again. McDaniel with the keeper up the middle, quarterback, there he goes, 40, makes a move, still on his feet, 45, brought down from behind at the 46-yard line of Friendswood. Nice job for the quarterback of keeping the ball in the running back's hands. McDaniel to McDaniel, then he keeps it, off he goes. Oh, shifty.
Goodness, yeah, McDaniel bobbled that ball a good bit, threw off the timing of that zone read action right there, threw the defense off and threw the pursuit angles off a little bit, I think. Matt had an opportunity to tackle him up right past the sticks, but just had him slip off and pick up about 15 more.
1st and 10 now for the Stingerees in Friendswood territory. Ball's on the 46-yard line. Again, Texas City moving right to left on your computer monitor. Twin receivers up top. McDaniel with the handoff. We're going to say McDaniel or not tonight, one way or the other. About 3, maybe 2 yards in that carry.
That was Tinger right there coming unblocked off the edge. That's a quick D end right there. And that run's coming up the middle, able to get to the line of scrimmage, shut down, know that something's up, and get inside and make the tackle.
So 2nd and 8 now for the Stingerees.
And they're taking their sweet time still
Sure.
in their huddle as the play clock has been ticking down to right around 10 seconds every snap.
You know, that's not a bad idea, though. You know, Friendswood can't score, they don't have the football. Twin receivers to the right, 2 backs in the backfield, 4 with McDaniel. He is going to be sacked.
Hermes, again, the sack king, has quite a few on the season. That's going to be a loss of 10 yards. A huge drive killer right there for the Stingarees, and that's going to make it 3rd and forever. We'll call it 21. We'll see if they go for it, but I imagine they'll play conservative here, watch the screen or a draw.
Absolutely great job. And that's exactly what Friendswood needed right there, was a little bit of a spark, and Hermes provided it. Again, Hermes and Tinger in there. At the D end, you got Downs and Blaze Hilton in at D tackle. Twin receivers to the right. McDaniel, first pass of the game, looking for the little screen. He does, 40, 50. A little hurdle and then some, but he's brought down just in front of the original line of scrimmage on this drive. Ball to the Friendswood 45. Hurdle 1, but got hit by 2.
How about that? McDaniel's going to add that one to his highlight tape, but it's not going to matter. Not going to pick up the first down. And I'm not going to say I called it, but that was a screen right there. Yeah. Mustangs ran a twist on the outside, so that's going to make the D tackle be responsible for contained responsibilities. That's tough to do on the screen. That's what allowed him to pick up 10, 11 yards right there.
It is, though, going to bring up a 4th and long, so Texas City will come in and punt. Let's see who we have returning here. Going to be Halada. There's going to be no returns. That ball is going to hit at the 12 and go out of bounds. It's going to be hit at the 18, go out of bounds right at the 15-yard line. So long way for Friendswood to go. The main thing is they get the stop, they get the ball. We'll take a quick break here on MCS Sports.
I'm a 40-year-old man that walked in there to get his high school diploma. It was very hard for me, but Miss Araceli, she gave me direction.
At age 47, Marco finished his high school diploma.
50% of getting your high school diploma is walking through those doors. The other 50% is doing the work.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General.
Welcome back to Henry Winston as Friendswood on 1st and 10. Gurdon rolled out, had a man, just couldn't quite make the connection there.
Yeah, it looks like that was going to Lee. Ran a little play action. Nobody was around Lee. Ball a little slick, bobbled it up. Stingaree was there to jar the ball loose. 2nd and 10 for the Mustangs.
If you just joined us, 3:07 left here in the first quarter. Friendswood down 7-0 to Texas City. This is drive number 3 for the Mustangs. Last one ended a turnover. Handoff this time goes to, see who that is.
Yeah, that's Revere.
That's Revere.
That's Revere right there. You can tell by his running style. Got hit of the line of scrimmage, was able to make 4 yards out of it.
So it's 3rd and 6. Big sack on that drive. Give Friendswood a little bit of momentum here. They like to keep this momentum going. Trips receiver to the left, single receiver to the right. Revere offset to Gurdon's left. Pass is going to be caught just at the sticks. Austin Alvarez knew just where to go. Nice break, little low pass. Alvarez digs it out, and it's good enough for a Friendswood Mustang first down.
Yeah, great route by Alvarez, getting to the sticks, chopping his feet, turning around. Also, good timing right there between quarterback and receiver. Hard to do on the curl route to the sideline right there. Ball thrown a little low by Gurdon, but Alvarez with great hands, able to scoop it up. Wearing the no gloves tonight.
Yes, he is.
The rain. It's the rain.
It's the rain. Thank you. Twin receivers to both sides. Revere with the handoff up to the right side. Got one block, needs another, not got it. 35-yard line, brought down right at the 37. That's enough for a first down. Another 10-yard gain for Luke Revere.
And that play looked like it was blown up from the start right there. That Stingaree D-line pushing the right side. That's because that guard from the left was pulling. Revere followed him, able to pick up 11. Solid run.
Yeah, big D tackle for Texas City, Jontel Stevenson. You know, wrecking some havoc in there. They've got a good-looking team over there. Again, coming in at 1 and 2, but that's not reflective of what they have over there. Twin receivers to both, single receiver to both sides. Revere up the middle, nowhere to go this time. Going to be brought down. Well, they're going to give him 1 yard.
Yeah, wrapped up by Sauer right there. nothing doing right there for the Mustangs as a Stingaree D-line established the line of scrimmage right there.
So second down, and I'll give him an 8. Give him 2 yards in that last carry. Double tight formation for the Mustangs. Revere again with a handoff off to the right side. Big Mike's Big Mike's doing his job, pancaking. However, slowed down enough where Revere gets caught from behind. It's going to be a 1 yard loss. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 9 now for the Mustangs. Just under a minute left here in the first quarter. This first quarter went fast.
Absolutely it did, and that was all the tempo of the Stingarees. They really controlled this whole first quarter, and the way things were going, they were looking to put some more points up on the board. That big sack by Hermes has really been the game changer so far in this first quarter.
Again, opening night for District 10 5A for these two teams. Again, District started to play last night with Galveston ball at Foster. Gurdon back to pass. Alvarez, nice route. Caught. First down and then some. Keep going. 40. Caught from behind. Going to be brought down at the 34-yard line. Austin Alvarez.
Alvarez, simple route. Super familiar right there. Broke his man off. That was Williams again in the coverage. Same route he used to pick up that last first down. This time it was about 4 yards deeper. Chopped his feet, came back to the sticks, made his man slip, and then broke past him again as he missed the tackle.
You know what I like about Alvarez? He just doesn't say anything. He just catches the ball, puts it down, run, go. Simple man, but a heck of an athlete. Little tunnel screen inside. Is that Lee?
Yeah, it looks like Lee on the outside right there. Yeah, that was a good job. That O-line getting out there for the tunnel screen.
It is going to be just short. Nope, it was just enough for the first. You know, Friendswood receivers do a good job just of knowing where they need to go. If they need 10, they go 10.
Absolutely. That play actually had the potential to go a long way, I thought. The line did an excellent job of setting that thing up.
All right, we're going to take a quick break here. It is the end of the first quarter. Your Friendswood Mustangs are down 7-0. We'll be back here on MCS Sports.
Generators of Houston and Generac support the Friendswood High School Mustangs. For all of your industrial and commercial generator needs, choose the oldest and largest Generac industrial dealer in Texas, Generators of Houston. They are generator installation experts with over 14 years of experience and installation references in virtually every commercial, municipal, and industrial application. If your business needs a generator installation, service, or parts, call the largest industrial Generac dealer in Texas, generatorsofhouston.com. That's generatorsofhouston.com. Go Mustangs!
We have school spirit. What about you? JSC Federal Credit Union offers Friendswood High School Mustang mascot ATM and debit cards. Parents, students, and staff, show your school spirit with your very own Mustangs mascot card. Visit jscfcu.org for more information on the mascot cards and our other products and services available. JSC Federal Credit Union, home of the Friendswood High School Mustang mascot card, with 2 Friendswood branch locations.
And welcome back to Henry Winston Stadium, where your Friendswood Mustangs right now are down to the Texas City Stingarees 7-0. Just underway here in the second quarter. Friendswood driving, little pump fake, nice pass up in the corner. Guess who? Austin Alvarez from Luke Gurdon. That's what Friendswood needed right there. We saw that a lot against LaPorte the last game. Hopefully we see that a lot more tonight.
Alvarez broke him off with the sluggo route right there. Gurdon pumps, Alvarez breaks, goes to that first pylon. Easy money, had all kinds of space. Gurdon put it right on him, 25 yards, an excellent strike. Sophomore to senior, 6 points, Mustangs.
Extra point pending to tie this thing up. Just underway here in the second quarter. Ball is down, kick is up. Kick is good. It is 7-7. We'll stay right here as we just, again, getting underway here in the second quarter. Let me update you on some other 10-5A games going on this evening. Right now, of course, last night, Foster beat Ball 34-24. There's a game tomorrow, Terry versus Hightower. The only other game tonight, the big battle, it's Shadow Creek. Angleton at Shadow Creek. 5 minutes left in the first quarter. Justin, Shadow Creek's on top, 14-0 over Angleton.
Shadow Creek is the team to beat in this district right now. We haven't seen a lot from them. I'm looking forward to that Friendswood-Shadow Creek matchup, but you take it one game at
absolutely.
a time.
I believe that's Friendswood's homecoming game this year.
I believe it is.
The Sharks. Yeah, Shadow Creek is for real. And this is the game that everyone's penciled in to see, well, hey, you've beaten these teams, but what about Angleton with their pedigree? Well, again, you got a long way to go in that ball game, but a quick 14-0. Good way to start it. Well, again, for Friendswood, they didn't start like they wanted to, but ever since that Hermes sack, things have been going the Mustangs' way. Alvarez with the kick. Nice job of that young man. It's going to pin him back to the 1-yard line. Caught. Here they come. 5, 10, 15. And he's brought down inside the 15. Got to about the 13. He started trying to make a move. Should have kept going. Instead, Friendswood is going to have that offense pinned deep. Texas City will start this drive on their own 13-yard line.
Host of Mustangs on that tackle right there. Looks like you had Johnson, Mr. Special Teams hero, as well as Ryan Parks in on that tackle as well.
Yeah, Johnson, every week we call his name many times. And that's so important, you know, people like that, you just don't, the special teams are so critical, especially these district ball games now. These teams are so tight. Tonight, again, thank you all for listening here to MCS Sports. As always, you can hear us from the broadcast. Now, you can't see us right now. UIL rules do not let us show you the game. But we will try to paint as good a picture as we can for you on what's going on here as Texas City's first drive of the second quarter started on their own 13, and they get about a 2-yard gain from McDaniel. It's going to bring up now a 2nd and 8. Again, Texas City moving left to right here on your computer monitor this evening. Again, we're live here from Henry Winston Stadium. The rain has stopped. I'm knocking on that wood. It will keep away for at least the next few hours. Texas City, twin receivers to the left. Tight end off to the right. 2 backs in the backfield for McDaniel. Hands off to McDaniel. McDaniel at the middle. They've had some opportunities there, and they got another one there. He's going to get a first down plus 5 more. It's going to bring it out to about the 28-yard line.
Oh, no, and you're right. They really have had success up the middle, and that's not something you would expect from the stout black shirt D-line, but they have had their way with the interior so far.
Yeah, it is surprising for sure, but again, I know that Coach Thomas, Coach Crocker, and the gang will get this thing straight.
In the game right now on the D-line, you got Blaze and Bubba holding down the interior.
See, those fellas can get this thing going. I know they will. Twin receivers to the left. McDaniel with the handoff. There you go. Stop short that time. Maybe I'm going to give him 2.
Speaking of the interior, they blew up their opponents right there, creating the line of scrimmage, allowing space for the linebackers to fill. No gain on the play.
As you said a minute ago, that is Blaze Hilton and Bubba Farrell in there right. 8 for the Stingarees. Ball's on their own 28-yard line. 2 backs in the backfield with McDaniel. Pass is blocked by guess who? The Sack King.
Hermes has a solid vertical as well, really showing his hops right there. Ball hit him in about the chest. Didn't have a chance, nothing there. 3rd and 8.
Yeah, good job again. Hermes, just a disruptive force of nature in there. 9:44 left here in the second quarter. Big play right here for the Friendswood Mustangs. Been nice to get a stop, get a little punt return, and get that offense back on the field.
Yeah, because that Texas City pass game, there has been non-existent so far this game.
It was the second pass of the game, and they've had nothing.
Nothing.
Twin receivers to the right side for McDaniel. 2 backs beside him. Going to hand off. No, he's going to fake it, keep it himself. McDaniel on the run. Nowhere to go. Going to be run out of bounds. Maybe. No yard. No gain at all.
About 1 or 2 right
Maybe
there.
At the most.
They're going to give him about 1 yard on the play. And that was awfully conservative right there. Don't have a lot of faith in the QB, not in his throwing at least. They roll him out to the right and just see if he can make something happen. Mustangs will take it. 4th down.
Well, good thing about that, now you've seen that, Justin. You know, if we can shore up this running game a little bit for the defense, get a little lead. Texas City has to go to the air. I don't think that's going to be a positive for those guys. 4th and 7. The punt is away. Halata back on his own 32. He's going to return it. 35. Trying to find some running room. Cannot. Gets up to the 40-yard line for an 8-yard gain. And that's where Friendswood will start their drive.
Collada with a nice stiff arm right there on Williams, and Williams able to hold on and take him down. But you're right, the Mustangs are going to have some solid field position as they have had all game so far.
Absolutely. So, again, last time we saw them, it was a Gurdon to Alvarez 25-yard strike. Offense needs to get this thing going. Again, 7-7 right now is a score. 9:27 left here in the first half. Second quarter night's brought to you Frank's Collision Centers and Hometown Bank of Friendswood. Revere offset to Gurdon's right side. Trips receivers to the right. Gurdon back to pass. Ooh, almost picked. Caught, however. About a 5-yard gain. Zamora in there.
Yeah, that is Zamora on the reception right there. Just a 5-yard gain. You're right, though. Absolutely dangerous ball. Stingarees only rushed 3. Dropped 8 in coverage. Gurdon able to fit it in there for a gain of 6.
So second down and 4. Trips receiver to the left side. Ball's on the Friendswood 46. Gurdon to Revere with the handoff. Revere, get off that. Yeah, nice job, Luke Revere. Got a one hand on the shoe. Drug that man 2 more yards. He's going to bring up a 3rd and short, maybe right about 2 yards to go here for the Mustangs.
This is Revere territory. I would be surprised if they went anywhere else. Send that young man up the middle or let him follow big Mike Gibson. He'll take you where you need to go.
Absolutely, he will. Listen, the rain's starting to come back a little right now, so yet another reason not to get fancy here. 3rd and 2. Trips receivers to the left. And we have a timeout just in the nick of time for Texas City, as they call that quick one. They saw what Friendswood set up in. We'll take a quick break right here with you. 8:21 left here on MCS Sports. It's all knotted up at 7.
This segment is brought to you by Dr. Joe Dankey at Select Spine and Sports Medicine. Dr. Dankey is the only certified sports chiropractor in Friendswood, and his goals are always to get you out of pain and back to action as fast as possible. Select Spine and Sports Medicine provides the best treatment options for neck and back pain as well as sports-related injuries. To find out more, visit chiropractorfriendswood.com.
And welcome back to Henry Winston. 8:21 left here in the first half. It is all knotted up at 7. Friendswood with the ball at their own 48-yard line, 3rd and 2. Big 3rd down conversion coming up for these Mustangs. They like to keep this offensive momentum alive. Twin receivers to the right, single receiver. Christian Lee to the left. Revere territory. Revere gets it. He got the first and a few more yards. Luke Revere is what he does. Runs hard, runs straight, and he's going to take someone down with him every time. He's going to cross midfield. Ball will be spotted at the Stingaree 48-yard line.
Excellent play call right there. Pull big Mike, have Revere follow, an easy first down for Friendswood.
Justin, we had a few stats from the first half, but not too much for Friendswood, really.
No, not really at all. Gurdon had 40 yards passing, was 4 of 5. And Revere still having a solid night in the first. 7 carries, 65 yards.
There you go. Gurdon back to pass, got a man caught, 40. Break that tackle, no, he does not, gets tripped up. Christian Lee got a first down, however. Oh, that's going to be Austin Alvarez, excuse me. Christian Lee is on the left side, Alvarez up top. You got Lee, Zamora, you got Alvarez. Gonna have another receiver come in right now. Looks like the Flu's coming in. Halada just came off the field as well. So we have twin receivers up top. Revere with the handoff. Revere, nice little move. Brought down about 4 yard, about 3 yard gain on that though. Should have been brought down the backfield. Made a nice little cut and got 3 more on that carry. He's gonna bring up a 2nd down and 7 now for the Mustangs. Austin Alvarez, single receiver up top. Lee and the Flu and Zamora. Trips receivers to the left. Revere still in the ball game. Ball is on the 35-yard line of the Stingarees. Gurdon back to pass, looking for Alvarez. Caught. No,
off of his hands
incomplete.
Right
incomplete.
Good ball from Gurdon. Had a little too much mustard on it. Maybe if he had the gloves on, would have brought it home. Regardless, incomplete pass. Alvarez running the stick route. He's had success with it 2 times tonight, but not right there.
3rd and 7 now for the Mustangs. Again, ball is on the Stingaree 35-yard line. 2 down territory here.
Absolutely. I imagine you see a handoff to Revere, see what they can get right here. Possibly you'll get the first. I mean, we'll see. You can take two chances with Gurdon right here as well.
Alvarez getting pressed up top. We'll see if he can make a move, get off. A little toss to Revere to the left side. 35. First down, 35-20. All the way down to the 25-yard line goes Luke Revere.
He had all kinds of space. Gibson out in space as well. Clear of traffic for Luke, able to pick up 10 yards right there. Luke does a great job. As a small body, can sneak around in the middle and deliver a punch, but when he gets outside, he's dangerous as well.
6:40 and counting here left in the first half. Friendswood, Texas City, all knotted up at 7 here on a rainy night from Henry Winston Stadium here on the campus of Friendswood High School. Twin receivers to the right. Cornerback bailing up top on Alvarez. Alvarez makes a move. Going to be a short pass, though, however, to Christian Lee.
That's just going to get him back to the line of scrimmage. No gain right there for Lee and the Mustangs. Alvarez tried to clear that route up top. Alvarez ran a 10-yard in. Lee comes across the formation, wanted all kinds of space, but the Stingarees tracked him down. 2nd and 10.
In the other 10-5A game right now, Shadow Creek just starting the second quarter on top of Angleton, 14-0. Revere, toss to the left. Good cut, got about 4. He's going to bring it down right to about the 22-yard line of the Mustangs. Again, Texas City territory, 22 yards to go to pay dirt. Going to be about a 3rd and 7, though, for the Mustangs. Again, Friendswood just keeping it conservative right here. Just follow Mike. However,
spread out right here.
Spread out for sure. Gurdon all alone in the backfield. Gurdon rolls to his right. Got a quick that got to be Alvarez up top there with that route. It's going to be enough for a first down.
And that is going to be Alvarez, just enough to pick it up. And the Stingarees have got to see this one coming. Alvarez running the route just to the sticks, cutting back, able to pick it up. It's just been too easy right there for Alvarez and Gurdon.
Now, yeah, you know what he's going to do. Alvarez just a precise route runner. And I'm surprised they're not trying to go back and press him a little bit, try to get him off that. Handoff to Revere, left side. Still pushing, however, nowhere to go that time. He's brought down by about 4 or 5 Stingarees. Just could not get outside. Looked like Ryan Mitchell in there trying to get that block and just got held up. And instead, you're going to have a 2-yard loss on that. Going to bring up a 2nd down and 12 for the Mustangs. They are, of course, in the hometown Bank of Friendswood red zone. 4:35, and that's it for Alvarez.
Yeah, they're going to get that 2 yards right back. Try to set up the tunnel screen again. Not as successful as the first time. Just going to pick up 2.
So 3rd down and right back to the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 10. They can still get a first down before they score.
I imagine you're going to see a shot to pay dirt right here. Look for Alvarez. Look for Christian Lee.
Lee is in the slot right now. Zamora, looks like Fluellen down here to our left. And again, Alvarez, single receiver up top to the right. Gurdon back to pass. Gurdon scrambling. Gurdon 15. Gurdon 10. Gurdon 5. Run out of bounds. Oh, that's going to be a late hit.
Late hit, but he got the first
He got the first and took the shot.
Anyway, excellent run by Gurdon. You don't like seeing your QB take too many shots like that, but you got to love the grit from the young sophomore. Had all kinds of space out there. Looks like there was only 2 defensive linemen in the backfield and about 6 Mustang blockers. He had space, nearly got into the end zone, knocked out of bounds at about the 2-yard line, a yard past the sticks.
Well, unfortunately for the Mustangs, the late hit only gets you about 1.5 yards now, because that ball was about at the 3-yard line. And it's now going to be spotted at the 2. So, at the end of the day for Texas City, I guess you're going to get one of those penalties. That's not a bad time to get it.
No, not at all. And look for the power back, Revere.
Here we go. All right, we're going to have – is that given See what we get in there. Is that Roney in there, Justin?
I imagine that was Roney on a little fullback dive right there. I'm going to have to sift down to the bottom of this pile to see who had the football. But regardless, he is just going to get back to the line of scrimmage right there. And, yes, that was Roney on the carry. Nothing doing there. Actually lost a little bit.
So 2 fullbacks come back out. Again, you got Revere in there. We are in the hometown Bank of Friendswood red zone at the 2. Good idea to give it to Roney, but just no push that time by the O-line. Just under 3 minutes to play here in the first half. Going back to that spread, though, now Gurdon all alone. Motion man's going to give us a quad look. Gurdon going to have to roll out to his right, getting pressured. He's going to throw that ball out of bounds. Got a flag, though.
I think that's going to be on the Mustangs. Looks like a legal formation right there. That was thrown as soon as the ball was snapped. Either going to be a legal formation or a legal motion on the Mustangs.
No. We're how about offsides? There you go.
Offside Stingerees shooting themselves in the foot inside of the hometown Bank of Friendswood red zone. That's just going to move them a couple of yards closer, but they're going to save the down.
Right. So it'll just move up about a yard. As you said, it's going to be second down and goal from about the 1.5 yard line. Spread it out last time. See if they spread it out again. And they are going to do just that. We have twin receivers up top. Looks like Revere in the slot. Gurdon on the keeper.
Oh, that's
Gurdon
Zamora.
with
that's Zamora.
That is Zamora in there. Thank you very much. Zamora knows how to find that end zone as he gets 6. And Friendswood now takes the first lead of the game. Gurdon got a little Zamora a little dance move in the end zone. I don't know what that was exactly. I'll have to ask my youngers over here what kind of move that was.
Well, I couldn't tell you what that was, but it doesn't matter. Put some points up on the board, giving the Mustangs the lead. Some Wildcat QB action.
I like it.
If Texas City watched their film, they know it's coming. They know what Zamora can do when he has the football in his hands.
Alvarez in for the extra point. That kick is up, and that kick is good. So the Friendswood Mustangs take a 7-point lead, 14-7, 2:37 left here in the half. We'll be right back here on MCS Sports.
Have you been dreaming of a home renovation? Are you looking to purchase a home? Is it time to refinance? With money to loan and the will to help, the best place to borrow is right at home. At Hometown Bank, dreams are built one family at a time. Stop in to see one of their experienced loan officers today. Hometown Bank is your local bank with deep roots in our community. With big league resources and services, that strength is used for local families and businesses. Come see how being local makes a big difference in banking at Hometown Bank. Visit Facebook, Twitter, or htbna.bank for more information. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
And welcome back to Henry Winston Stadium here on the campus of Friendswood High School, where your Mustangs have just gone on top 14-7, 2:37 left here in the first half. Kickoff goes down to the 5, going to be returned to the 10. 15, he's going to be tripped up. Guess who?
Dawson Johnson. He loves special teams.
Gold star of the day. I'm telling you, that special teams, he is, I'm just going to tell you, he's one of the best special teams player I've seen. He is in on every play, whether they're receiving the ball, whether they're kicking off.
Don't know why teams keep pushing him the football.
I don't either. 2:31 left here in the first half. 14-7 Mustangs. Again, thank y'all for listening tonight here on MCS Sports. If you'd like to send a little message to us, we have the board is active and ready to go, so feel free. Texas City comes out in a power formation here. Hand off to McDaniel up the middle. This was so successful earlier. However, now, maybe 1 yard gain, and that's all he gets.
Yeah, Texas City really looked like they were going to give the Mustangs some trouble tonight the way this game started off. But they've just been so one-dimensional. Once the Mustangs figured out they're just going to pound the rock and their passing game isn't there, it has been all Mustangs.
Yeah, again, those adjustments made by Coach Crocker and Coach Thomas there on that defense. Coach Bolin, they've done a great job.
Right, plug up the middle, fill the box, make them throw the ball on you.
Yeah, absolutely, because right now Texas City does not seem comfortable. Don't know if that's the weather, don't know what that is, but they are not comfortable in that passing game right now. Single receiver to the right side. We're going to have a timeout from Texas City. Coach Servic's going to call that TO. So 1:50 left here in the first half. Friendswood on top 14-7. We'll be right back here on MCS Sports.
Next Thursday, you will be caught in a flash flood.
Disasters don't plan ahead, but you can. Talk to your loved ones about making an emergency plan. Get started today at nyc.gov/readyny or call 311. Brought to you by New York City Emergency Management and the Ad Council.
Donna from Louisiana. The storm just hit, and we went from donating to the food bank to needing it.
Hunger is a story we can end. End it at feedingamerica.org. Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
And welcome back to Henry Winston. Again, we are 1:50 left here in the first half. Friendswood on top 14-7. Tonight's second quarter brought to you by Frank's Collision Centers and your hometown bank of Friendswood. We'll have the Motor Trends of Alvin halftime show coming up next. We'll have a couple special guests, one former player for the Friendswood Mustang. If we can get, no, we're saying maybe not. Then we may talk some girls basketball tonight. We'll see if we can find any current players in the press box this evening. So we'll see. You never know who you're going to have at halftime, Justin. You know, you line some guests up. Some come through, some can't. You know what?
Some of the best guests are the ones that are unexpected.
I love it, absolutely. And you know what? Just because you can't get those guests on tonight, we're going to get them on again later.
Absolutely.
Okay? We will get them on. So we will find a way to entertain you one way or the other, even if we just have to let you listen to some beautiful halftime music. 1:43 left. Looks like Texas City called their last timeout. Friendswood called their first timeout, as it's going to be a 3rd and 9 now for Texas City. Coach Koopman wanted one more shot on offense, put a few more little points on the board, as Texas City will get the ball to come out in the second half. So Friendswood would love nothing more than to punch one more point on this board, but it is Texas City's ball right now. They're on their own 18-yard line. Great opportunity for the Mustangs to get this stop right here with 1:43 left here in the half. Let me update you real quick on the other District 10-5A game going on right now over at Shadow Creek. It is Shadow Creek still on top of the number 9 team in the state, 14-0 over Angleton right now are the Shadow Creek Sharks. So Texas City, 3rd down and 9. Trips receiver to the right side. Single receiver up top to the left. The McDaniels are in the backfield. McDaniel back to pass. He wants to run. He's going to. Nowhere to go. 20-yard line. He's going to be run out of bounds at the – well, he's going to be pretty –
oh boy,
that's a heck of a spot.
He was a lot closer
than
I thought he was. I didn't think he had a chance of picking up that first down. We'll see where they spot it. I thought he was quite a ways
I did
short.
too.
Yeah,
4th and 1.
4th and 1. I don't see them going for it here. I imagine they're going to punt the ball away. And Friendswood with 2 of their timeouts and should have the ball around their own 35, 40-yard line.
Well, and how about that, too, for him to run out of bounds right there?
Yeah, if he knew he was that close to the sticks, he's going to put his head down and reach for the first. He's about a half-yard short.
And worst case on that is you keep the clock running, too.
Yeah, absolutely. Big mental error right there from the Stingarees. You slide down inbounds, save a timeout.
All right, punt is away to Halata. That's a great kick, though, back to the Texas City 30, through the 35, 40. Halata still on his feet. Got some running room. Go. 50-yard line. He's going to be brought out of bounds. I don't know who gave a bigger shot, Halata or number 34, Coley Lane. But regardless, Halata gets the ball in Texas City territory.
And time is not even an issue right now for the Mustangs. No. It's going to change their play calling up. You're not going to see quite as much of Revere, but you got a minute 23, 2 timeouts. In high school football, that is an endless amount of time to march down the field and pick up 47 yards.
And again, Friendswood will not get the ball to start the second half. Texas City will. So great opportunity here to widen this lead, give you a 2-score lead before the half. Trips receivers to the right side, single receiver. Christian Lee to the left. Halata in there in the backfield. Gurdon back to pass. Gurdon's going to get flushed. No, he's not. He's going to stay on his feet. Rolls to his right. That ball's going to be incomplete.
Dropped.
Incomplete.
Excellent job by Zamora of breaking up that pass. Had to go into DB mode. Gurdon chunked up a ball that he had no business putting in the field of play. Had a man running around, but his feet were not set. Tossed a bad ball up. Very lucky that ball was not intercepted.
That was Alex Paz on the Defense, again, had a shot, but as you said, Zamora did a good job of kind of going from offense to defense on that.
Zamora on the ground jarred that ball loose.
Twin receiver to the right, single receiver offset to the left is Christian Lee. Gurdon barks it out. Looking for inside, little screen. It's going to be caught, 45-40. There he goes, 30, 25, still on his feet down to the 24-yard line is Zach Zamora, who then gets up and runs some more.
Christian Lee.
That's Christian Lee, excuse me. Those 6 and 5, I don't know why I can't tell.
It's hard to tell in the black jerseys.
24-yard line.
That's going to be a 22-yard reception right there by Lee. He had all kinds of room. Everybody on the Stingery D bit on that screen.
1 minute now, just under 1 minute, 55 and counting. Again, Friendswood still has 2 timeouts if they need them. They are at the 24-yard line, first down and 10. Halata offset to Gurdon's right. Gurdon back to pass. Got a man. It's going to be incomplete, just a little wide.
Oh, boy. He had Alvarez wide open in single coverage. Broke him off on that corner route. Was looking towards that front left pylon. He had him, but he was looking at the flu, incomplete.
So to bring up now a second down and 10. Clock stop with 42 seconds. Friendswood, again, still has 2 timeouts remaining if they need them. Would love nothing more here than to get at least 3 on the board, preferably 7. Twin receivers to the right side. Gurdon offset is Halata to his left. Gurdon back to pass, going to be flushed out. Gets away from 1, gets away from 2, gets away from 3. He's going to be dropped down. It's going to be a go for a sack, a 1-yard loss. That's going to be a timeout from Friendswood, 33 seconds left. That's going to bring up a 3rd and 11. We'll stay right here. Not how they wanted to see that drive go on that one.
No, that was more of a coverage sack right there. Had solid coverage in that secondary. Made Gurdon dance around. O-line doing a solid job of protecting, but once it goes about 4 or 5 seconds, you can only hold that man for so long. Gurdon doing a good job of scampering around right there. We ended up running to his own black jerseys over there on the Mustang O-line, but luckily only lost about a half-yard right there, 3rd and 11. They are in striking distance right there. 24 yards away. Look for Alvarez.
Yeah, you got to think about that. Or, because right now.
Time is not an issue.
Time's not an issue. And you're thinking field goal, too, because right now it would be a 41-yard kick. And
this is a very good point. Well, we'll see how aggressive the Mustangs want to be.
Again, 33 seconds left here.
They're going to have Halata in the backfield. So now I imagine that this is going to be a pass now. I imagine you're going to see Halata go out on a route.
Single receiver to both sides.
And watch Lee sneaking out, too.
You get those tight ends and they're tight.
Down on the line.
Yeah. Gurdon back to pass. There goes Lee straight up the middle. They're going to throw to him in the end zone. Caught! Touchdown! Friendswood Mustangs. Exactly. Christian Lee. Hand down, tight end position. I don't think, I think that's Alvarez. That was Alvarez down. Lee was on the other side. Alvarez and Lee both went down in the tight end position. Don't usually see Alvarez in that spot.
Well, yeah, that threw me off right there. It
Absolutely.
was Alvarez. I've never seen Alvarez once line up in that tight end position. But how about that? And I imagine Texas City haven't either. They didn't even know who that was lined up right there. But Alvarez, that corner route that Gurdon missed him on earlier, converts right there for an easy 6.
Those Hightower coaches and Galveston ball coaches that we see down here, they saw it, though, and they'll scout that up for next week. So that is good, 21-7. Friendswood on top, 27 seconds left here in the first half. And ever since just in that very first drive from Texas City, it's been all Mustangs.
Yeah, absolutely, and it's really started with the Mustang D. They got it going tonight, had that big sack, and ever since then, that has been the turning point of this first half. 21 unanswered, and Texas City has gotten absolutely nothing going since that first drive.
Yeah, and I don't know, if you're Texas City, what do? I mean, if you don't have a passing game, you don't have a passing game.
The way Texas City wants to play, for them to win these football games, they have to get out early and ride that clock and ride their running game. They're not comfortable playing from behind. You can just tell by their play style. They huddle up every play. They run slow tempo. They want to beat you. They want to be more physical than you. They just want to run it down your throat all game long. But when your opponent adjusts, you've got to do something different.
Right, exactly. Kick is off, and that ball is going to go into the end zone for Mr. Alvarez. Alvarez, the do-it-all for the Friendswood Mustangs tonight. So 27 seconds left. I can't think Texas City would do anything besides run this ball, one play, and take it to the halftime and try to get some adjustments for Friendswood now. Just to come out in the second half, that first drive, that's going to be the game, in my opinion. They're going to say this is going to be our game, or if Texas City can put something together and see if they can make this a game. But that first drive is so crucial.
Right now, I don't see this being much of a ball game in the second half. This has been total domination on the line of scrimmage from the Mustangs ever since that first drive on. The D-line has done a good job of getting it together after that first poor drive.
And Texas City does kneel. McDaniel puts the knee on the ground, and that's going to do it here in the first half. Your Friendswood Mustangs will be on top of Texas City 21-7 at the half. Again, we'll come back at the Motor Trends of Alvin halftime show. Special guest, music, stats, who knows? Tune in and hear it. We'll be right back here on MCS Sports.
Motor Trends is a locally owned and operated pre-owned auto dealership that specializes in customer service and one-price selling. The Yarbrough family invites everyone from the Friendswood Clear Lake area to look us up online at motortrendsonline.com, or just come on by and see us on FM 528 on the border of Friendswood and Alvin. We have a great selection of trucks, SUVs, sports cars, and sedans. We support Friendswood Athletics.
We have school spirit. What about you? JSC Federal Credit Union offers Friendswood High School Mustang mascot ATM and debit cards. Parents, students, and staff, show your school spirit with your very own Mustang's mascot card. Visit jscfcu.org for more information on the mascot cards and our other products and services available. JSC Federal Credit Union, home of the Friendswood High School Mustang mascot card, with 2 Friendswood branch locations.
Have you been dreaming of a home renovation? Are you looking to purchase a home? Is it time to refinance? With money to loan and the will to help, the best place to borrow is right at home. At Hometown Bank, dreams are built one family at a time. Stop in to see one of their experienced loan officers today. Hometown Bank is your local bank with deep roots in our community. With big league resources and services, that strength is used for local families and businesses. Come see how being local makes a big difference in banking at Hometown Bank. Visit Facebook, Twitter, or htbna.bank for more information. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
This segment is brought to you and back to action as fast as possible. Select Spine and Sports Medicine provides the best treatment options for neck and back pain as well as sports-related injuries. To find out more, visit chiropractorfriendswood.com.
Have you been dreaming of a home renovation? Are you looking to purchase a home? Is it time to refinance? With money to loan and the will to help, the best place to borrow is right at home. At Hometown Bank, dreams are built one family at a time. Stop in to see one of their experienced loan officers today. Hometown Bank is your local bank with deep roots in our community. With big league resources and services, that strength is used for local families and businesses. Come see how being local makes a big difference in banking at Hometown Bank. Visit Facebook, Twitter, or htbna.bank for more information. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
And welcome back to Henry Winston Stadium here. It is halftime. Friendswood on top of Texas City, 21-7. Right now the Stingery Band is out there doing their best to keep their fans in their seats, but it is a rainy night, and it is raining on the Stingeries right now. It's getting Friendswood on top, 21-7. In the other District 10 5A game going on this evening, it is Shadow Creek on top of Angleton, now 14-7 at halftime. Good game going on over there at Shadow Creek. Well, you know, our halftime shows, they're known for what you don't know, which is you never know what we're going to talk about. One week we have the superintendent on. The next week we have the athletic director from the junior high, Coach Parker Garcia. This week, you know, as we're getting ready to October, rolling around next week, it's almost time for basketball season to start. So we thought we would talk to one of the senior girls basketball players this year from Friendswood High School and see what her expectations are for the season and just how the year is going so far. So if you would, right now we're going to talk to Lauren Lowe. Lauren, first of all, welcome into MCS Sports Broadcast.
Thanks for having me.
Oh, absolutely. It's a pleasure having you this evening. First of all, let's talk a little. Can we talk a little football?
I'm ready.
Oh, I love it. So tell me about the game. What are your thoughts so far?
I think we started off a little rough, but we're coming back pretty good. 21-7. I think we've been doing a good job holding the ball.
Wow, you're going to take Justin's job. That was critical. I love that. Very good. So, any prediction for the second half?
I think we're going to take it. I think we're going to win.
Going to win. Going to keep the 14-point lead. Maybe expand it some.
I think we're going to expand it a little bit.
I like it. Okay, great confidence there from Lauren Lowe. So again, Lauren, you're a senior. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, Lauren is a senior. New district this year for your team. You know, Friendswood's played that Clear Lake district the last few years, ever since you've been in high school now. Do you know anything about these new teams? I mean, what do you – because I know you were very familiar with Clear Lake.
Yeah, this is a new district for us this year, and we don't know much about the teams that we're going to play. We've played a few of them in tournaments, and we know a little bit, but it's not anything like playing our close-by teams. There's no really rivalry there.
Yeah, and so there's good and bad. I guess the good is that they don't know about you either, you know, and then, of course, the negative is you were very familiar with some of those Clear Creek schools. You had some good rivalries over the years with those girls from freshman ball on up. But, again, new district, and that district's going to be a little different than Friendswood's football district. Is you're going to have, I think, Texas City, Galveston Ball, but then like Goose Creek Memorial, Baytown Lee, Crosby. Totally different. So, right now, you guys, obviously, season hasn't started yet. Practice starts, a couple weeks from now?
I think 3 weeks, and
okay.
We're playing in a fall league right now, and things have been going pretty well. We're pretty guard-heavy this year, but we've got a big post, Ashlyn Mason, who's a sophomore this year, and she's helping us really good down low.
Excellent. So, fall league. Now, that's the first time I think Friendswood's played fall league for a while. Is that right?
A long time, yes.
So, senior, how does that feel?
It's pretty good. It's exciting to lead the team this year.
Absolutely. You know, does it seem like just yesterday when you were a freshman trying to find your way around campus, and now you're one of the leaders?
Oh, yeah.
So tell me a little bit about the squad this year. I mean, are y'all senior heavy? You said you're guard heavy, but what about grade-wise? How many seniors we got?
We've got 6 seniors this year on varsity, and then we've got a good amount of sophomores and juniors. I think we have about 3 juniors, which is actually pretty low, but we have about maybe 6 sophomores.
Wow. So, and obviously the team's not set yet right now. That's, of course, what you guys are playing fall ball for, or the fall league. And the season gets started, of course, right up like first week of practice. You already got a scrimmage, and then it's tournament season in November, isn't it? Where are y'all going tournament-wise this year? Do you know?
We're going to go to San Antonio, and I'm not sure.
A couple of, I think some local maybe, a little bit, but San Antonio is the big trip for sure. So Coach Scott, Coach Darren Scott is the head coach of Friendswood. You've seen him now. This is your 4th year in the program. Still running some of the same stuff? Is he mixing things up a little bit? I mean, what do you think?
I think things are about the same. We usually are pretty guard heavy, so we play to that, and that's pretty much our advantage. But this year, since we have somebody a little bigger, we got to change a few things up to play on that.
Right, okay. So what position do you play?
Playing a little 4 posts, but also a little 3 guards.
Excellent. Do you have a preference?
Probably 4 post.
Okay, like that post. That's the place you've played a lot before then, huh?
Yes.
Absolutely. Well, good. How is it now, Lauren? One more question for you. Being a senior, you girls who are still, you said there's 6 of y'all. I assume y'all been playing together for a long time. Is that correct?
Yes, we've all been playing select league from about 4th grade, and we've all been together. So this year it's a really strong senior group, and we work well together, and I think we're going to be good leaders this year.
So your ultimate goal for your senior season?
I think to win district.
Win district, get in the playoffs, and then see what happens.
Yes.
Excellent. Lauren, I hope everything's going well for you so far this year, and more importantly for basketball, 3 more weeks and then this thing gets going.
Thank you.
All right, again, that was Lauren Lowe from the Friendswood High School girls varsity basketball team. We have 9 minutes left here in the half. We'll be right back here to talk some stats after this break.
This segment is brought to you by Dr. Joe Dankey at Select Spine and Sports Medicine. Dr. Dankey is the only certified sports chiropractor in Friendswood, and his goals are always to get you out of pain and back to action as fast as possible. Select Spine and Sports Medicine provides the best treatment options for neck and back pain as well as sports-related injuries. To find out more, visit chiropractorfriendswood.com.
We have school spirit. What about you? JSC Federal Credit Union offers Friendswood High School Mustang mascot ATM and debit cards. Parents, students, and staff, show your school spirit with your very own Mustang's mascot card. Visit jscfcu.org for more information on the mascot cards and our other products and services available. JSC Federal Credit Union, home of the Friendswood High School Mustang mascot card, with 2 Friendswood branch locations.
Have you been dreaming of a home renovation? Are you looking to purchase a home? Is it time to refinance? With money to loan and the will to help, the best place to borrow is right at home. At Hometown Bank, dreams are built one family at a time. Stop in to see one of their experienced loan officers today. Hometown Bank is your local bank with deep roots in our community. With big league resources and services, that strength is used for local families and businesses. Come see how being local makes a big difference in banking at Hometown Bank. Visit Facebook, Twitter, or htbna.bank for more information. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Generators of Houston and Generac support the Friendswood High School Mustangs. For all of your industrial and commercial generator needs, choose the oldest and largest Generac industrial dealer in Texas, Generators of Houston. They are generator installation experts with over 14 years of experience and installation references in virtually every commercial, municipal, and industrial application. If your business needs a generator installation, service, or parts, call the largest industrial Generac dealer in Texas, generatorsofhouston.com. That's generatorsofhouston.com. Go Mustangs.
When I grow up, I want to be a new pair of blue jeans.
When I grow up, I want to be a kid's first computer.
When I grow up, I don't want to be a piece of garbage. And if you recycle me, I won't be.
Give your garbage another life. Recycle. Learn how at iwanttoberecycled.org. Brought to you by Keep America Beautiful and the Ad Council.
I'm a 40-year-old man that walked in there to get his high school diploma. It was very hard for me, but Miss Araceli, she gave me direction.
At age 47, Marco finished his high school diploma.
50% of getting your
is near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
What if I could tell you that a full-blown wildfire was going to occur tomorrow right where you live? Tell you exactly which neighborhoods it would engulf and how fast it would do it. The first thing you would do is talk with your loved ones and make a plan today. It's true, I can't tell you a wildfire will strike tomorrow, but shouldn't you make a plan anyway? Visit caloes.ca.gov and make your emergency plan today. Don't wait, communicate. Brought to you by Cal OES, FEMA, and the Ad Council.
Donna from Louisiana. The storm just hit, and we went from donating to the food bank to needing it.
Hunger is a story we can end. End it at feedingamerica.org. Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
Today we decided to walk to school. The light counted. 15, 14.
41, 31, 13. We
took a left on Carroll
Raccoon
Street. Danny's
There were so
smart,
many
but he gets
sounds.
distracted.
I
Realized he
there's
forgot his
one.
homework.
I hope I don't have another bad day at school.
When you can see learning and attention issues from their side, you can be on their side. That's why there's Understood.org, a free resource for the parents of the 1 in 5 kids with learning and attention issues. Go from misunderstanding to Understood.org. Brought to you by Understood and the Ad Council.
And welcome back to MCS Live. I am in the booth with Friendswood High School alum, University of Texas alum, Trey Gonzalez. How are you doing tonight?
Doing great. How you doing?
Oh, I'm doing just great. Just enjoying another famous Mustang victory in the making tonight.
Absolutely. It's always good to come back and see that the program's left in good hands.
Absolutely. So why don't you tell everybody what year you graduated from here?
I got out of Friendswood in 2011. That was the year we went to the state semifinals.
State semifinals. I can't say I made it that far in my football playing career, but it's probably because we just ran a better competition.
I'm sure that's it. I'm sure that's it. It might have been a little easier when I was here.
Possibly. But so I got to ask, you played at UT.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything like playing at Friendswood High School?
Man, I got to tell you, playing on Saturdays, it's awesome, but there's nothing like coming back home on a Friday night, seeing the hometown crowd and seeing the faithful in the Mustang blue.
Oh, I know what you mean. It's something special about high school football, playing up with the people you grew up with all your life, your friends' parents in the bleachers cheering you on. Just something special about high school football, especially in Texas, especially in Friendswood. It's so big, year after year, have a successful team. And so far, they're looking like they got a pretty good squad this year.
Absolutely, yeah. This is the first game I've been able to make it to in a little while, but it really is a family around here. You come back, you see some of the same faces, some new, but everyone welcomes you back, and they always have a spot for an old alum, even like me, to come back and check it out. So it's a really special thing.
Absolutely. Well, we're going to go to commercial break so we can give you a few stats before the half kicks back up.
This segment is brought to you by Dr. Joe Dankey at Select Spine and Sports Medicine. Dr. Dankey is the only certified sports chiropractor in Friendswood, and his goals are always to get you out of pain and back to action as fast as possible. Select Spine and Sports Medicine provides the best treatment options for neck and back pain as well as sports-related injuries. To find out more, visit chiropractorfriendswood.com.
Have you been dreaming of a home renovation? Are you looking to purchase a home? Is it time to refinance? With money to loan and the will to help, the best place to borrow is right at home. At Hometown Bank, dreams are built one family at a time. Stop in to see one of their experienced loan officers today. Hometown Bank is your local bank with deep roots in our community. With big league resources and services, that strength is used for local families and businesses. Come see how being local makes a big difference in banking at Hometown Bank. Visit Facebook, Twitter, or htbna.bank for more information. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Motor Trends is a locally owned and operated pre-owned auto dealership that specializes in customer service and one-price selling. The Yarbrough family invites everyone from the Friendswood Clear Lake area to look us up online at motortrendsonline.com, or just come on by and see us on FM 528 on the border of Friendswood and Alvin. We have a great selection of trucks, SUVs, sports cars, and sedans. We support Friendswood Athletics.
When I grow up, I want to be a new pair of blue jeans.
When I grow up, I want to be a kid's first computer.
When I grow up, I don't want to be a piece of garbage. And if you recycle me, I won't be.
Give your garbage another life. Recycle. Learn how at iwanttoberecycled.org. Brought to you by Keep America Beautiful and the Ad Council.
And welcome back to Henry Winston Stadium. We are just getting ready to start this second half going. Friendswood on top of the Texas City Stingarees 21-7. It will be Texas City's ball coming out here in the second half. Again, the rain, it's just it's slow, but it's just there. It's creates maybe that wet ball a little bit. We saw that one turnover from Friendswood earlier. Don't know if that was the reason why or not, but regardless, Friendswood has done a great job of overcoming that first drive by Texas City. All, again, going back to that sack by Mike Hermes, and then it was just all Friendswood after that. And Austin Alvarez done a great job in the end zone twice tonight. And for the Friendswood Mustangs, this first drive of the second half, critical. They can stop the Texas City Stingarees in their own field position, get the ball back, get one more score on the board. The way Texas City's offenses look since that first drive, it's going to be a long one for the Texas City Stingarees tonight. Friendswood looking to get that first district win. Alvarez gets his foot under it, and it is going to be this ball is going to hit at the 15. Going to be returned for the 11. But going backwards now, going to get brought down right at the 15-yard line of Texas City. Not at all how they wanted to start. Texas City needs some sort of momentum, some sort of spark, and that's the last thing they wanted to do there is start their drive from their own 15-yard line. Again, thank our guest tonight for halftime, Trey Gonzalez, former UT and Friendswood Mustang ball player and current Friendswood basketball player, Lauren Lowe, who's thankful. Thank you, by the way. Lauren's still in the booth with us tonight, cheering on her Mustang teammates, or classmates as it is. Texas City comes out, twin formation, single receiver to the left, hand off to McDaniel. He's going to be about a 3. We'll give him a 5-yard gain. Philip McDaniel there on the run, very similar to what we saw in the first half from McDaniel on that very first drive. Going to bring up now a 2nd and 4 for the Stingarees. And the crowd is a little quiet out there this evening. Not our usual mix of, again, the rains keeping a lot of people off, which I hope means a lot of y'all are listening in here on MCS Sports tonight. McDaniel with the handoff again up the middle. He's going to be struck. One time the safety came in, put a nice lip. That's going to be enough for a first down for the Texas City Stingarees. So, again, reminiscent of that very first drive of the game. 2 runs, first down, clock runs, methodical drive. And we're going to take a quick break here. It looks like on the field. We'll be right back here. We just started the third quarter. Friendswood 21, Texas City 7.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Next Thursday, you will be caught in a flash flood.
Disasters don't plan ahead, but you can. Talk to your loved ones about making an emergency plan. Get started today at nyc.gov/readyny or call 311. Brought to you by New York City Emergency Management and the Ad Council.
Donna from Louisiana. The storm just hit, and we went from donating to the
balls on their own 26-yard line. We'll catch you guys up with some halftime stats in a little bit once we get a little break here in the action. We have a squeegee help, thank you. It's getting a little foggy over here. Texas City, we're up the middle for McDaniel. It's going to be about a 4-yard gain. Never brought down, though, but whistled down. It's going to bring up a 2nd down and 6 now for Texas City.
Yeah, and that Texas City run still has not gotten going since that first drive of the ball game. Friendswood has really stifled it, and they're going to have to bring something new out, some new element of football, because right now the run up the middle really is just not going to get it done, especially the way they eat the clock on offense and how Friendswood defense is playing right now.
2nd down and 6. Twin receivers to the right side, single receiver to the left. Fake to McDaniel. Philip McDaniel on the run. Going to keep it. Going to get about 2 yards, and that's it. Again, the passing game, we've seen it just not be there. Again, I don't know if it's the ball.
The passing
it's just,
game has been more of the running game for them. They drop back and they run the ball. How
yeah.
many times has the ball actually left his hands tonight?
Twice.
Two
Yeah,
times.
twice.
That's going to bring up a 3rd and 4. And I would call it a passing situation the way this run has been stopped from the Mustangs, but I imagine they're going to run it right up the middle.
I would think so too. Twin receivers to the right, single receiver up top to the left. McDaniel barking out the signal. He's going to roll to his right, hand off to McDaniel. Ball's on the turf. That's going to be recovered by the Friendswood Mustangs. Get it? See who came up with that ball. That's number 35, Jackson. Is that Jackson Stevens?
Jackson Stevens, correct. Great play, head on a swivel by the young sophomore. Would have had a chance to scoop and score. Did a good job of falling on that ball, securing it, making sure that the defense gets the rock. Friends was going to start off this drive, Texas City territory, on the 37-yard line.
Couldn't tell if that ball got stripped or just kind of squirted out there. It looked like it was just a squirt.
Yeah, it looked like it got squirted out right there. And that was a great play call. Misdirection had nearly everybody on the Mustangs defense fooled, but the ball pops loose.
Yeah, I think you're going to go deep here, and they do. Gurdon back to pass. Got a man in the end zone.
Oh,
Drones drop. Christian Lee had
his hands all over that one. Jarred out at the last moment by a Stingery defender. Mustangs going for all the momentum and the dagger early.
Yes.
Love the play call.
Absolutely.
It was there. Lee nearly held on.
Good play by the defense again. Christian Lee had him beat by a step. Beautiful strike by Gurdon, too. Let's give him some credit. That ball is absolutely pretty strike. And you're right, John. That's exactly what you want to see when you come out after that turnover. Go for it. Hit him and bury him. Revere in it, tailback. Revere with the handoff off to the right side. Squirting around 35. Get about 6 yards in that carry down right about the 30-yard line. Is going to go Luke Revere.
And again, this is 4 down territory for the Mustangs. Would not be surprised if Revere gets this ball again and try to pick up that 3.5, 4 yards.
So it is, like I said, 3rd and. They're going to say 5 on the board. Looks like about a 4 here. Again, crowd Justin just kind of settling in. Friendswood on top. Not a lot of, not too much excitement. I don't know if it's the rain keeping it down, but Friendswood's on top. If you listen, you wonder what's going on. It's a great one, and here's a great run by Luke Revere. 2010 touchdown. Luke Revere. There's the crowd. 27-7 Mustangs. Revere. There's a little toss around the left end, and he did the rest on his own.
Revere with 120 yards already in this ball game. That is his first touchdown on tonight. Revere making a case for player of the game, but Alvarez still got those 2 touchdowns ahead of him. He's going to have to put on a nice performance, but Friendswood is in running the ball the rest of the game territory, up 3 scores, especially with the Stingery offense going dormant.
Alvarez comes in for the extra point. Ball's down. Kick is up. Kick is good. However, there is some laundry on the field.
Looks like offsides. It's going to be declined by the
It is. So that's going to give Friendswood a 28-7 lead here. 8:18 left here in the 3rd quarter. We'll be right back here on MCS Sports.
This segment is brought to you by Dr. Joe Dankey at Select Spine and Sports Medicine. Dr. Dankey is the only certified sports chiropractor in Friendswood, and his goals are always to get you out of pain and back to action as fast as possible. Select Spine and Sports Medicine provides the best treatment options for neck and back pain as well as sports-related injuries. To find out more, visit chiropractorfriendswood.com.
Have you been dreaming of a home renovation? Are you looking to purchase a home? Is it time to refinance? With money to loan and the will to help, the best place to borrow is right at home. At Hometown Bank, dreams are built one family at a time. Stop in to see one of their experienced loan officers today. Hometown Bank is your local bank with deep roots in our community.
And welcome back to Henry Winston, where it is now your Friendswood Mustangs on top of the Stingeries, 28-7. We got a kickoff here, and then we're going to run some quick stats from the first half. Alvarez kick goes down to the 5-yard line. It's going to be returned to 10, 15. Falls down right about the 20-yard line. Just let's talk about those first half stats real quick.
Solid first half performance from all of the Mustangs' key contributors. Gurdon Gurdon is currently 12 of 17 for 141 yards, along with 2 touchdowns. Now make it 3. No, pardon me, still two.
Yeah.
Revere, 14 carries, 115 yards, and a score. Alvarez, 8 receptions, 105 yards, along with a pair of touchdowns.
And we're going to give a shout-out to Coach Owens right now for doing the squeegee job on our windows. Coach Owens, the only guy around that can reach the very top of the window when he comes in with that squeegee without having to use that extension. Twin receivers to both sides. Caught. First pass caught of the game for the Stingarees. About an 8-yard gain.
And that is not a good stat. Not something you want to hear as a Stingaree fan. With 8 minutes remaining in the third quarter, your first completion of the ball game.
A little shout-out real quick to Abby Roney. Abby, thanks for commenting in, and really enjoyed that broadcast about little girls basketball talk. So, Abby, thank you for listening tonight. And Matthew Quintana, thank you so much. Glad you enjoyed the broadcast. It's always fun when the Mustangs are on top, as they are right now, 28-7. Twin receivers at both sides. Handoff to McDaniel. No, McDaniel on the caper. Uh-oh, got some room. Tripped up, though. See who got him. Looked like the corner on that. I couldn't tell who got him, but regardless of first down.
Yeah, that was Tostado tripping him up because that one could have gone for a long way, but Tostado hanging on, ankle biting right there, and takes him down after he picks up the first. Texas City on their own 37-yard line.
Twin receivers at both sides, again, for Texas City as this drive continues. 7:20 left here in the third quarter. Friendswood on top, 28-7. Friendswood showing some blitz and then backs out. They are just going to bring 4. Passes incomplete. That ball popped up. Could have been picked. And that pass was – had some heat on it.
Shaky at best. Yeah, he put a absolute dart in there for about a 3-yard pass route. That one would have hurt catching it from 20.
Yeah, I think so too.
That ball popped up in the sky nearly above the bleachers, hung in the air for a long, long time, but luckily for the Stingarees, floated out of bounds, bringing up a 2nd and 10.
Texas City moving left to right on your computer tonight. They are on their own 37-yard line. Again, 7:07 left here in the third quarter. Tonight's third quarter brought to you by Remax and by Pinnacle Construction. McDaniel on the handoff, going to bring it to the 40, 42, 45-yard line. Going to drag some defenders there for the Mustangs. That's going to bring up a 3rd and about 2.
Yeah, Spiller just over-pursued a slight bit right there. Had a chance for a TFL. Just missed him. Allowed him to pick up a gain of 8 to make it 3rd manageable.
So, again, 3rd and 2 now for the Stingarees. Still in their own territory. Ball's on their own 45-yard line. Again, in at linebacker right now. We got Stevens, have Helton and Roney. Roney's in there on that right side looking to bring some pressure from the outside. Now he's going to split wide. Handoff to – it's going to be McDaniel, and he is going to get a first down right about the 49-yard line, still in Texas City territory, but more importantly for the Stingarees, keeps the drive alive. Best drive they've had since the first one.
Yeah, they have not. There has just been –
it's the game except for the clock.
Yeah,
they churn a lot of clock off this thing.
The way they play football, even though we're only halfway through the third quarter, the way they move the football, if they're going to score this drive the way they play without busting a big one, there's going to be about a minute remaining, and they're going to be down 2 scores headed into the fourth.
Yeah, so Texas City's going to have to find a way to score and score quickly, and what we've seen tonight just doesn't, it doesn't equal up to what I think they've been shut out since that very first drive of this ball game. 6:16 left here in the third quarter. Timeout on the field was just over, and Texas City will start this drive now, or continue this drive, from their own 49-yard line. Shadow Creek still on top of Angleton, 14-7 now in the third quarter over at Shadow Creek. Looking for that first district win.
Number 1 of the night for Tanger. Excellent job coming off of that ball. Quick hands, beat the blocking back as well. And the QB hit the deck before he could even touch him.
Yeah.
McDaniel wanted no part of that. Took a huge loss right there.
Yeah, it's going to be a 2nd down and 19 now for the Stingarees as Tanger with a 9-yard sack. And again, with that Texas City offense being run heavy, that does not bode well for this drive to continue. with 19 to go and 2 downs to get it. Twin receivers at both sides. McDaniel rolls to his left. McDaniel's going to be almost Tinger, almost got him again. McDaniel's now is going to pass down the field. He's got a man over his head. That was Booker. Booker had beaten the defensive back for Friendswood.
Haynes was out there in coverage. Haynes taking his eyes off of his man, looking at the quarterback as he was scrambling around back there. Haynes lucky he didn't give up an easy 6 right there. He was coming up to try and make the tackle as he thought McDaniels was going to cross the line of scrimmage, but he unloaded one just a little too much on it for Booker.
Hey, and I'm going to say this right now. Good. I mean, nice pass. Good. Look good. Good. Just,
I'll say that about the pass, but the routes run before that coverage broke down, they were sloppy. A lot of rounded routes, receivers in the same area. Did not look like a quality pass scheme right there.
So it is 3rd and 19. Big play here for the Stingarees. Twin receivers to both sides. Friendswood get a stop here. Good pick of a Spiller. Almost got a sack. Quarterback McDaniel scrambling to the 45, 46. Right about to midfield as he gets just in front of the original line of scrimmage.
Punt unit will trot on for the Stingarees. They're going to kick from right around midfield, actually right on midfield, and are going to attempt to pin the Mustangs back deep.
That was Ryan Hilton in there on that last tackle for the Mustangs. And so for Friendswood now, again, up 3 scores, 420 and counting. Going to have 2 punt returns. Going to have Zamora and Halata back there right now, both inside their own 20. Kicks going to go to Zamora. Zamora's going to return it. Needs to pick up a block. Got one. 25, 30, 35. Keep going. 40, 45, 50. Got a flag. Zamora's hit, but he is in Texas City territory. Will it stand? I would say not.
The flag did come in late, so half of that return should count. I believe it was thrown around the 40-yard line. They're going to be taken back about 10 from there. We'll see what the call is.
It is a hold on the return team. So that return for not, but they're going to mark the hold. It looks like at the 39. And then march it off from there.
29-yard line to start for the Mustangs.
Again, great return by Zach Zamora that time. Picked up a key block from Colton Halata. And then everything else was Zach Zamora on there. Nice return. But again, for a not, as Friendswood will start this drive from their own 29-yard line. Not a bad deal for the Mustangs, though, as they are in charge right now. 28-7 over the Texas City Stingarees. Just over 4 minutes left here in the third quarter. Twin receivers to the left side. Looks like Halata in there at tailback now. Next to Gurdon. Gurdon back to pass. Gurdon going deep. Looking for a man. Caught. Beautiful catch that time.
That looks like Alvarez.
That's going to be Austin Alvarez. Again, the 1, the 5, and the 6 kind of bleed together out there, but that is Austin Alvarez. What a catch. Just stair-stepped over someone. Beautiful catch again by Austin Alvarez. This can get Friendswood ball in Stingaree territory. Ball is now spotted on the Stingaree 43-yard line. And Friendswood not satisfied up 3. Got to love it. Stack, receivers, Halata with the ball up the middle is going to get nothing. Nowhere to run that time for Colton Halata. Never even got a chance to get, barely had the ball in his hands before he is struck. Second down and 10 for the Friendswood Mustangs. Again, they are now in Texas City territory, moving right to left on your computer screen. Friendswood in no hurry to get this play in. Twin receivers, again, stack receivers to both sides. Halata in the game, offset to Gurdon's left. Good block by Halata. Gurdon going deep, overthrows his man.
Looking for the flu, wanting it all, just a little too much on it right there. But no, you're right. Strong blitz coming off the edge. Butler was coming. Halata chopped him down.
Yeah, great pickup.
He was coming for Gurdon. Ball was off, just too much on it. Could have been 6. It's a little too much mustard.
So third and 10 now, 2:58 left here in the third quarter. Still could be about a 4-down territory here for Friendswood. Trips receivers to the left side. Gurdon Setting up the screen. Oh, that was sniffed out that time by number 24, Matthew Armstrong. Not fooled as that went to Halata, and there's not a thing he could do about it. And that takes 4-down territory out of the equation as Langston comes into the kicking duty.
Yeah, and if it was not for Armstrong, that play would have gone a long way.
Yes.
He was the only stingaree in the area. Good job of making the open field tackle against Halata. Halata with his back turned, didn't have a chance to put a juke on him right there, but everybody else was fooled. Armstrong hung around, and he's going to make the Mustangs punt.
Again, Russell Langston in the high snap. Langston snags it. However, that's a high and short from Russell Langston. It's going to be brought down for Friendswood about the 35-yard line. It's going to be a net of about a 12-yard. However, there's a flag on the field, and it's going to be a false start on the Mustangs. So that's going to be for not, as Texas City will start this drive now on their own 35-yard line. Just what is Texas City going to be able to do to get this thing back in semi, with a shot in the fourth quarter?
Well, I don't think there's anything they can do, to be honest with you. The way their passing game has looked, I don't see any way they're going to move this football down the field. They're going to have to break some serious contain on the outside. They're going to have to break off one-on-one coverage. Other than that, I don't see Texas City putting a drive together to put points on the board.
No, you're right. To me, the only thing they can do is let McDaniel work in space, let him run around, because it kind of turns into a street football.
I would say get the ball outside the tackle, because Friendswood has done an excellent job of clogging the middle after that first quarter.
And again, you made a good point earlier, too. The routes are not overly precise for Texas City.
They look sloppy. They look like they're half-effort routes. Things are rounded receivers in the same area. They're not giving McDaniel even a chance to throw the ball.
So after the penalty, Texas City will start on their own 40-yard line. Ball's on the left hash, moving left to right. Twin receivers to the right side, single receiver to the left. Two backs in the backfield with McDaniel. McDaniel with the keeper up the middle. Spin move, 45, still on his feet, 50. Oh, he's juking, 45, 40. Got a block, 30, 25, 20, 15. That's a missed tackle, and that's a touchdown.
My goodness.
That is a touchdown, and I didn't think I was going to call that the way that play started.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 broken tackles, 2 spins, a juke, and one more juke. I don't know how he got into the end zone right there, because that was bottled up from the start. Had Tinger missed the first one inside, nearly got a hand on him, would have been a minimal gain, but boy, he got open quick and turned the Jets on.
He sure did. So there's your answer to what can Texas City do. I guess he's 14, a little under 2 minutes left in the third. We'll be right back here on MCS Sports.
We have school spirit. What about you? JSC Federal Credit Union offers Friendswood High School Mustang mascot ATM and debit cards. Parents, students, and staff, show your school spirit with your very own Mustangs mascot card. Visit jscfcu.org for more information on the mascot cards and our other products and services available. JSC Federal Credit Union, home of the Friendswood High School Mustang mascot card, with 2 Friendswood branch locations.
And welcome back to Henry Winston, where the score is Friendswood 28, Texas City 14. And Phillip McDaniel, the Texas City quarterback, just ripped off a 52-yard touchdown run. That was all Phillip McDaniel. I'm still a little not sure what to say on that. I mean, it was spins and missed tackles and more spins and missed tackles. McDaniel just weaved his way through. And what should have been a 2 or 3 yard gain at most turned into a 52-yard touchdown for the Stingrays and put them right back in the ball game. 2 minutes left here in the third. Texas City, they got to think we can get a stop here, pin them deep maybe, or they're gonna pooch it. Well, I'm sure we've seen it. It's gonna be probably a pooch.
I would imagine you got a pooch coming.
I mean, why not onside it then? And there's the pooch. Caught on the 25 is gonna be returned to the 30, 35, 40 yard. Why not? If you're gonna do it, go ahead onside. You're going to give up 10 extra yards, but you got a chance to get a return. I mean, a recovery on that.
Chance to get an onside kick. You're going to give them the ball at the 40-yard line anyway. I completely agree with you. I never understood it.
1st and 10 for the Mustangs. However, ball's on their own 40-yard line, 60 yards away from pay dirt. Revere in the backfield with Gurdon. Revere with the handoff up the middle. You know where he's going, straight up the gut. 6-yard gain for Luke Revere. Just shot out of a cannon.
Revere adding to that large yardage total at 125 for the night. Revere eating it up.
Yeah, he has really turned himself into the feature back, and that's at all not a knock on Colton Halata. Colton Halata can do it all on both sides of the ball, but Luke Revere is just taking what was given to him and is, no pun intended, run with it. 4-yard gain for Luke Revere. That's a Friendswood Mustang first down. And again, when you do give Revere a break, you've got an outstanding back, and Colton Halata back there in the backfield. Twin receiver to the left, single receiver up top to the right. Revere offset to Gurdon's right. Gurdon barks it out. Gurdon back to pass. Oh, he's got a man. No, he's going to scramble to his left. He's going to fling that out of bounds. And intercepted 5 yards out of bounds, so that will not be an interception, but a good catch anyway by number 35, Michael Brow. Brow, by the way, I just want to give him some credit. Look at his stats from last season. He had 120 tackles last year and 12 sacks.
That's a nice high school career.
I just want to say congratulations on that year because that was outstanding. Yes, absolutely outstanding. And for his junior year at that. For Friendswood, 2nd and 10 now from the Texas City 49-yard line. Trips to the left. Toss to Revere to the left. Revere cuts 45-40. And just like he does, churns it like butter up to the 40-yard line. 2nd down. That's going to be a 3rd and 1.
I thought he got there.
Thought so too. I was close. 30 seconds left here in the 3rd quarter.
I imagine you see Revere here and have it tick down until the 4th quarter. Actually, they might just tick it down right here. Got a second left on the play clock.
Sure. Tonight's 3rd quarter, again, brought to you by Remax and Pinnacle Construction. We appreciate all our sponsors here on the MCS Sports Network. Revere, handoff up the middle. 3rd and 1, got 3. That's going to be a 1st and 10 for the Mustangs when we start the 4th quarter. The score from Henry Winston Stadium, Friendswood 28, Texas City 14. We'll be right back here on MCS Sports.
We have school spirit. What about you? JSC Federal Credit Union offers Friendswood High School Mustang mascot ATM and debit cards. Parents, students, and staff, show your school spirit with your very own Mustang's mascot card. Visit jscfcu.org for more information on the mascot cards and our other products and services available. JSC Federal Credit Union, home of the Friendswood High School Mustang mascot card, with 2 Friendswood branch locations.
And welcome back to Henry Winston Stadium, where we are just 12 minutes left here in this first District 10 5A ball game. Your Friendswood Mustangs are on top of the Stingerees 28-14 and putting together another positive drive here on a rainy night from Henry Winston. But if it's football Friday night, it's a beautiful night to me, rain or shine. Again, thank you all for listening tonight here on our MCS Sports broadcast. Appreciate the comments we got earlier from everyone. Thank you, and keep listening and tell your friends. We're here all season long. Gurdon, back to pass. Gurdon looking deep, looking for Alvarez. He has got it. Incomplete. Nice breakup that time by the Texas City defensive back, number 25, Cordy Williams. Alvarez right there. That pass is a little bit underthrown.
Yeah, Williams stuck with him. Alvarez with the out and up right there. Williams has been broke off a couple times by Alvarez tonight, but hung with him right there. Solid coverage.
Update from Shadow Creek. Shadow Creek's now on top of Angleton, 21-7. 4 minutes left in the 3rd quarter in that ball game. And wow, Justin, what a statement. Shadow Creek 3-0 in non-district, but what a statement to take care of Angleton, game 1 of district.
No kidding. That is a quality opponent in the Wildcats.
Handoff to Revere around the right side, 40, 45, 30. Down to the 25-yard line goes Luke Revere, and that's enough for a Friendswood first down. And Revere just adds to his totals.
Yeah, if Revere gets another drive under his belt, he might crack 200 tonight.
Quite impressive indeed. Tonight's fourth quarter brought to you by Genergy and by Motor Trends of Alvin. Looks like we're going to take a quick timeout in the field. We'll take one with you here. We'll be right back. 28-14 Friendswood here on MCS Sports.
Generators of Houston and Generac support the Friendswood High School Mustangs. For all of your industrial and commercial generator needs, choose the oldest and largest Generac industrial dealer in Texas, Generators of Houston. They are generator installation experts with over 14 years of experience and installation references in virtually every commercial, municipal, and industrial application. If your business needs a generator installation, service, or parts, call the largest industrial Generac dealer in Texas, generatorsofhouston.com. That's generatorsofhouston.com. Go Mustangs.
Next Thursday, you will be caught in a flash flood.
Disasters don't plan ahead, but you can. Talk to your loved ones about making an emergency plan. Get started today at nyc.gov/readyny or call 311. Brought to you by New York City Emergency Management and the Ad Council.
Donna from Louisiana. The storm just hit, and we went from donating to the food bank to needing it.
Hunger is a story we can end. End it at feedingamerica.org. Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
When I grow up, I want to be a new pair of blue jeans.
When I grow up, I want to be a kid's first computer.
When I grow up, I don't want to be a piece of garbage. And if you recycle me, I won't be.
Give your garbage another life. Recycle. Learn how at iwanttoberecycled.
And welcome back to Henry Winston. Toss to Revere to the left side. Oh, he's hit quick. He is brought down for no gain. Goes Luke Revere. That was a 1st and 10 from their own. Excuse me, from the Stingaree 27. Again, just underway here in the fourth quarter. Friendswood on top of the Stingarees, 28-14. 11-17 left here in the ballgame. Friendswood 11 minutes away from that first District 10 5A win. They're looking to get on top of the standings with Foster and maybe with Shadow Creek if they can hold on over Angleton so far. Again, Friendswood running that play clock down. Right now we're at 6. Twin receivers to the right side. Gurdon back to pass. Gurdon got some pressure, though.
Monroy with the reception. Head on a swivel. Stayed alive.
You got to feel like there's going to be a hold there with the time that it took to get that off.
And you see on those kind of plays, when those linemen get out in space, they get caught cheating.
Yeah, Monroy, I'll give him credit. Whether you don't get a reception on that or not, beautiful job of getting that tip and then bringing it back down in heavy traffic. So all for naught, however. It will bring up now a 2nd and 21 for the Mustangs. Crowd about half what we had earlier, still staying around. Bands decided they've had enough.
They're going to pack it in tonight.
Yeah, I don't think that range is probably good for those instruments, would you think?
I mean, I'm not an expert, but I'd say no.
No, I don't know. 2nd and 21 for the Mustangs. Garden back to pass. Pump to the left, nothing. Goes to his right, overthrown. Looking for Fluellen that time. That's going to bring a 3rd down and 21.
The passing game has not been there at all for the Mustangs in the second half. Gurdon with 23 yards passing on 7 passes. Not getting it done like he was in the first. The coverage has been a lot better. It's been a lot tighter by the Stingarees.
It really has. So 3rd down and 21. Balls on the Texas City 38-yard line. Twin receivers to both sides. And we're going to stay right here, apparently. 10:42 left here in the ball game. And I think what we're going to do, we're going to grab a couple of during the game. We talked to some fans in the stands, and we're going to hear what they have to say right now about these Friendswood Mustangs.
So what brings you to Mustang games like every night?
Mainly my friends are playing and the students take some time during the game.
What do you think about?
And we heard a little bit of now, who was that? That was Marcus Huerta. If you couldn't tell, little stormy out there tonight, which I don't think helped the quality of that. But you know what? Hey, we do the best we can here. We try to bring you something different, and by God, we just did on that one. Again, 10:42 left here in the fourth quarter. Garden back to pass. Garden looking deep. That's going to be overthrown. Looking for Alvarez again. Just couldn't quite make the connection. So that's going to bring up a 4th and 21. But Justin, what do you think right here?
Well, they're staying on the field.
I would.
You might as well take a shot at it.
38-yard line. Why not? Up 2 scores.
Shoot, go for it. I mean, most likely your punter's either going to put it in the end zone or it's going to go about 20 yards. I think it's worth the risk.
I agree with you here. So they also look like they're going to agree. And so, again, okay. All right, so it is going to be 4th and 21. Friendswood is now going to call a timeout to think about this. And again, just like I said, worst case scenario is you get no yard. Well, I mean, even if you throw a deep pick, it's a punt.
It's a punt.
Yeah,
Correct.
it's a punt. So
you almost would welcome it.
So yeah, I don't see at all anything wrong with this at all. Again, thank you guys for listening this evening. Next week, MCS Sports will be on the Rock, the Island, Galveston Ball. And that's just a place. Once you go over the causeway, you just don't know what's going to happen. Some crazy things have happened over there. You think you have a better team, and then you come out there, and those guys will just something about that island living over there in Galveston. And Galveston got a good squad. Last night they took their first loss in district to Foster. Foster, again, showed us a good team. There's no easy team, easy game in this district. Every game is a battle. Well, Friendswood's come out. They decided to go ahead and punt this thing away. Langston comes in and try to pin him, and he might.
Oh,
no, it's on the goal. Close. It's on the goal line. Langston,
on that white line.
Beautiful kick, first of all, by Russell Langston. That ball just hung, and just the nose of it got on that white, and that's all it needs.
Just grazed it. Texas City still is going to have a long way to go. Only 2 scores down. This game seemed like it was out of reach, but that big run by McDaniel kept them alive, gave them some hope.
Yeah, absolutely. So, again, Friendswood is in no way, taking this one in already. Get 2 scores, and that's it. Anything can happen, as you saw in their last drive with that last run. The bad thing is, just for Texas City, is their best plays have come from broken plays and missed tackles. I mean, so I don't know if you can really bank on that. Twin receivers to the right for McDaniel, single receiver to the left, 2 backs in the backfield. McDaniel back to pass, looking for that screen to McDaniel, 20. Oh, that ball almost popped loose, did not. He kept it, and he's going to get about a 7-yard gain.
There you have it. Texas City is going to have to run with some kind of pace right here. I can't imagine they're going to stay in the huddle for too long, but they're currently taking their sweet time like they have been all game, sitting in the huddle, waiting for the play call to come in. The clock is ticking down. If they want a chance to get back in this ball game, they're going to have to pick up the pace a little bit.
Get Philip McDaniel on that reception. It's going to bring up a 2nd down and 3 now for the Stingarees. Same formation. Stingarees moving right to left. Hand off to McDaniel. Nowhere to go. Going to give him right back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, swallowed up right there by the Mustangs.
Helton.
The way was Helton.
Yeah. Roney and Helton in there on that tackle. Like Hilton coming out.
Well, that's Bubba trotting out of the game right there.
Bubba Farrell is out, and looks like, again, we're trying to. Who's in there D-tackle right now? I can't.
Got Blaze in there. Looks like Lance Wingate.
Okay, yeah, I thought I saw a number I wasn't used to seeing. So Wingate in there at tackle. McDaniel off to the right. Oh, he's got a man. If he can hit him. Nope. Scrambling. Still on his feet. You know what he can do with his feet, but he's not going to get anything. He's going to go down for a sack.
That was Wingate for not getting that initial tackle on him.
Nice job that time.
Clipped him up, swallowed up by a couple other black jerseys. Hopefully they give that to him. Was right behind the line.
Oh, yeah.
A D lineman's dream.
Absolutely. So a 4th down now and 5, and Texas City is going to have to punt. They're going to go with the fact that maybe their defense can, get some down here. It's a tough position of the field to try to go for it. But the time on the clock says you got to do something. See if they can get a good kick here. They get a high one. It's going to hit at the 45 of Friendswood and roll out of bounds right inside that, right about the 43-yard line, where Friendswood will start this drive. 8:10 left. We'll take a quick break here on MCS Sports. Friendswood up 2 scores with 8 minutes left. We'll be right back here on MCS Sports.
Generators of Houston and Generac support the Friendswood High School Mustangs. For all of your industrial and commercial generator needs, choose the oldest and largest Generac industrial dealer in Texas, Generators of Houston. They are generator installation experts with over 14 years of experience and installation references in virtually every commercial, municipal, and industrial application. If your business needs a generator installation, service, or parts, call the largest industrial Generac dealer in Texas, generatorsofhouston.com.
And welcome back to Henry Winston, as Friendswood's first play of this drive is a handoff to Luke Revere, the workhorse this evening. Going to get about 6 yards more for his total. Justin, where's he at? Is he about 150 yet?
I'm not that good at math, but I think he's right around there.
Okay. Don't sell yourself short on your math skills.
I got my way all the way up to calculus at FHS. Miss Gillespie, excellent teacher.
Oh, absolutely.
Shout out, Miss Gillespie.
I hear nothing but good things from Miss Gillespie. 2nd down and 4 now for the Mustangs. Trips receiver to the left, single receiver to the right, toss to Revere. Revere was going to go outside, try to cut it up. Maybe about a yard gain is all, though, for Luke Revere. That's going to bring him a 3rd and 3. And for Texas City, they don't get a stop on this right here. I don't know. It's going to be tough because the clock is rolling, and Texas City, though, does have all 3 timeouts left, but we're down to under 7 minutes now here in the ball game. Desperate times call for desperate measures. We'll see what they're going to do. Big stop right here. Now we're thinking another good opportunity for Luke Revere. Yard line.
That's going to put him over 150.
That for sure.
I can do that.
That's what I like to hear. That's a huge play in this game because, again, that gives Friendswood a fresh set of downs, keeps that clock rolling, and might have taken the win out of if any win was let out of the sails of Texas City, that might have done it.
He's at 188 yards on the evening, looking for that big 2 bills.
Will he get it with a touchdown, too? Revere up the middle. Revere still on his feet.
7 more.
There he goes again. We just had a volleyball update, but I didn't hear. Nor did anybody else in the booth. We're going to tell you how Friendswood girls volleyball did tonight, but we have no update. So, if we find out, we see what the penalty here is for. Update: Shadow Creek on top of Angleton, 21-14. 11 minutes left in that ball game. And the official is.
Well, while we have some time right here, go ahead and thank all the listeners for tuning in tonight. We got them from far away, always in College Station. Morgan stays tuning in. Appreciate the listen. Hope we're doing well tonight.
Absolutely.
We got people from all over the state, the country, the world.
Absolutely. We thank y'all for listening tonight. It's been a wonderful broadcast. If you're a Friendswood Mustang fan, for sure. What's not wonderful is Coach Koopman's not happy right now. They just called a personal foul on both sides. So, one of those situations where the official side, we're not sure who started, who finished, but we're going to call on both of you.
Well, I didn't see a whole lot of anything, to be honest with you.
Nor did I, but
the game will continue.
So, all for naught, and it is still 2nd and 4 for the Mustangs. More importantly for Friendswood right now, though, that clock rolling just under 6 minutes.
Any type of points puts this ball game completely out of reach.
Trips receivers to the left. Oh, looking for the single receiver. Alvarez, incomplete. Another good breakup.
Yep, Corday Williams again with the coverage. Solid breakup again. Got his hands up at the right time. Didn't turn that head around, but he did not make contact with Alvarez too early. Got his hand on it, swatted it away. And solid ball by Gurdon, just better coverage.
3rd and 4 now for the Mustangs. 5:47 left here in the ball game. Friendswood on top, 2 scores.
You got to give Texas City credit. They have allowed 1 completion in the second half, but that run game has been eating them up.
Absolutely. Trips receivers to the left. Run game. That's going to be Halada. Halada with a nice run. It's going to be enough for a first down. And Halada's going to get inside that hometown Bank of Friendswood red zone. He's going to go down to the 8-yard line. Great run by Colton Halada. And, again, a fresh set of downs. But not much more room to go as they were 8 yards away from 6. And putting this thing, just like you said, putting this thing to bed.
Absolutely, and you got Halada staying in the ball game right here. Would be surprised if anybody else took this out of his hands right here.
Hand off to Halada, left side, nowhere to go that time. It's going to be brought down for about a 1-yard gain down to the 7. Going to have a 2nd down and goal from the 7. Again, Friendswood back in their favorite spot of the field, the hometown Bank of Friendswood red zone. Double tight formation for the Mustangs. Single receiver to both sides. Halada in the backfield. Halada with the run. Left side 5, 3, touchdown. Colton Halada seals it for the Mustangs. 34-14. And Colton Halada, that might be one of the easiest runs he's ever going to have right there. There's nobody out there.
Scampering about half speed to the corner of the end zone. Stingarees didn't have a chance. Halada did not even have to turn on the jets right there. Easy 6 for the Mustangs. Alvarez on to put them up 21 points, and that should just about do it. Mustangs going to start off district, a tough district, 1-0, and that's that's all you could want coming out of this ball game. Every game is huge, 1 game at a time.
And that kick, I don't know, was that tipped right there? It's
no good.
No good indeed. So it's 34-14, up 20. And again, like you said, Justin, this district, I mean, you just you're thankful every win you get. Like Angleton right now would love to be on top, but they're still down to Shadow Creek by a score, 21-14. So right now is Foster 1-0. Friendswood possibly hanging on here 1-0. Shadow Creek, if they can hang on, 1-0. And then Terry Hightower, Justin Hightower, they're 0-3 this year.
That is unreal.
But I promise you, they're going to make some. They're going to be a difference maker in this district.
Absolutely, Hightower always has high caliber athletes year in and year out. I've played against quite a few talented athletes from Hightower, as many teams from Friendswood have as well. They got a good group over there.
Oh yeah.
And again, just tough breaks.
Yeah, absolutely. It's always been so far for Hightower. So they, again, you will hear from them in district for sure. Alvarez tees it up and gets this one down. Nice kick. That may go over the head, and it does. In and out of the end zone goes Austin Alvarez's boot. So Texas City will start on their own 20-yard, 4:48 remaining here in the ball game. Friendswood defense needs one more stop to put this one to bed. Again, thank you guys all for listening tonight. Thank all our sponsors as well. Appreciate you guys being a part of this MCS Sports inaugural season of MCS Sports broadcast of Friendswood football. Hope you all have enjoyed it. I know we have, and we're looking forward to this season to continue all the way to a state run in December. Handoff to McDaniel. A little bit of confusion on that, and he pays for it. He's going to get about a half a yard and a couple of good shots to the noodle.
Spiller doing all he can do right there, just attacking the mesh point. There was clearly some confusion on the Stingarees part. Lucky that ball didn't get jarred loose right there. Picked up a gain of 1. 4:26 and counting. Again, Texas City has all their timeouts left.
Imagine they'll start using some of those as they put a drive together. We'll see if they can get something going, though. Again, they have not. They've had the one long run by McDaniel. The first drive of the game was solid, and then that really has been it offensively tonight for the Stingarees. McDaniel back to pass. McDaniel going to go for it all. Got a man, and that was just overthrown. The route kind of ran off a little short, maybe.
Double coverage at that as well. Yeah, receiver stopped the route, pushed off of the DB, came back to it, but the ball was about 5 yards over his head.
So 3rd and 9 now for the Stingarees. Got to imagine this point of the game, you go for it on 4th down.
I don't even know at this point. They're getting nothing going, might just boot it away, call it a ball game.
You know, for Texas City, though, Justin, one loss in district, that's not at all. I mean, I don't know if anybody's going to come out of this district unscathed this year.
I would be surprised if somebody comes out of this district undefeated. You play quality opponents week in and week out, and Texas City, projected to be towards the bottom of this district, and Texas City is better than most of the teams that you're going to see in Texas high school football.
Yeah, absolutely. That pass by McDaniel goes incomplete. That's going to bring up a 4th down. Again, after this game, Friendswood travels to the island to play out Galveston ball. Then they have Richmond Foster, who's 1-0 in district next, and then the Shadow Creek game. So Friendswood goes Ball, Foster, Shadow Creek, and Hightower.
That is a tough stretch.
That's a 4. And we're getting a Shadow Creek update right now from Mr. There it is. Just have it right there. 28-14, 10 minutes left. Shadow Creek on top, 2 scores. And for those people in the stands, no one seems to know much about Shadow Creek, but I'm telling you, you're going to find out about them here pretty quick. As that Friendswood homecoming game will have the Sharks invade Henry Winston. 3:52 left. Texas City did call a timeout to see what they're going to do here on this 4th down. Just if I'm Texas City, I just go for it.
Might as well. Take a shot.
And that is exactly what they're going to do. Twin receivers to both sides. 26-yard line to pass. Good pressure. Oh, they're going to get a sack. He's down. Hermes with the sack. The sack king got him.
Number 2 on the night from Hermes, adding to that large total in just 4 games this season. I've got him at least 7 sacks so far on the year, nearly averaging 2 per ball game. That is something special out of Hermes. Got blocked right into him, and that is a long sack, about 17 yards back.
And that sack came in the hometown Bank of Friendswood red zone as the Mustangs will start this drive on their own 7. 1st and goal from the 7.
Who's in the game to punch this one in?
It was like Halada.
Halada is in.
He liked that taste of the goal line. Oh, we got to have a flag before we even get this thing going.
That's not what you want to do. Coming off of a dead ball especially. That's something you can't have happen. Just a lack of communication.
I wonder if that was an offensive player still thinking they was 3rd. Who knows? He was just confused. That was a bad sack.
Absolutely.
And was that Mike coming off the field? Mike Gibson?
Mike is trotting off.
Mike, well-earned break for that young man tonight, though.
Solid game. Sprung Revere and Halada for a lot of big runs tonight. You always see him coming around that big pulling guard. Stingarees just wanted to get out of the way.
Twin receivers to the right, twin receivers to the left. Ball's over Gurdon's head. You got to fall on it. He does. He takes a shot, but he falls on the football. Well, it's going to be 2nd and goal.
From a ways back.
2nd and goal from outside the hometown Bank of Friendswood red zone.
Not something you want to see.
Not something we say very often. 2nd and goal from the 22-yard line. Well, maybe more of a passing down now.
I would say so.
Trips to the left. Is that Monroy down to the right here?
Yes, it is.
All right, we've seen him. Oh, my God, another bad snap. What is going on? Gurdon falls on the 40.
3rd and goal from the 40
I don't know if we have some new players in there right now, but right now we are having a major problem.
Yeah, I think that's Sean McHenry right in there at center.
And it looks like Hutchinson just came back in.
Yeah, you can't.
That's tough.
You can't sail two over your QB's head in a row. 3rd and goal from the 39-yard line.
We're almost back in Friendswood.
We're in punting territory from goal.
Oh, this is not the way you want any game such as this. 2:25 left.
And Gurdon trots off, and you have Zamora in at quarterback. I imagine you're going to see him and Halata run a little zone read action. And play
wow.
Game, 3rd and goal from the 44-yard line.
Well, yeah, you're happy you get the win, but Coach Cooper is not going to be happy the way this thing ended.
Not at all. And this game, for the most part, has actually been fairly penalty-free and mistake-free for the Mustangs.
3rd and goal from the 44. You heard me right. Handoff to Halata. Can he get there? 40, 35, nice cut. Well, we give him 10. All right, he's out of bounds. There you go.
Going to make the stat sheet look a little nicer for Halata, but not going to do much in terms of this ball game, as I imagine the Mustangs are going to have to either take a shot.
No, they're going to go. They're bringing Langston in. They're bringing the boot.
Punt, bring in Das Boot.
4th and goal from the 33-yard line.
I would like to see Alvarez take a shot of a 50-yarder right here.
That would be nice to see. How many times do you have 4th and goal and you're punting?
Well, not that often. I would like to think.
Good snap. Langston. Oh, can he pin him? He tried last time. He's going to get it. Oh, my goodness. It was touched on the 1, carried into the end zone, couldn't get it back out. Can you tell who that was, Justin? Was that our –
at it. Got some I think that was our boy.
That's what I was thinking, too.
Dawson Johnson.
Oh, Mr. Johnson.
Special team superstar.
Great job.
Down there. Couldn't get it out. He definitely had a chance. His teammates were giving him some grief about it. Luckily, not in a key point of the game at all.
He was right there. I mean, give the guy credit for getting down there.
But Langston's going to give him a hard time about that.
Sure he will, because Langston's net punts are not very good.
No, they are not.
And that's not a knock on him at all.
They could be. He's been putting them right on the money tonight.
Yes, indeed. Oh, goodness. Texas City, one more series, down 34-14 to your Mustangs, 1:21 left. Let's end this one and go home for the night. Well, got to have, now they, instead of 12 guys on the field for the last they had, now they have 10 for Texas City.
It doesn't work like that.
No, you got to have 11. They do now. Passes up, passes tipped, passes incomplete.
Passing game has been obsolete for the Stingarees all night long, throwing balls into traffic, receivers cutting routes short, overthrows. The passing game has just truly looked sloppy.
Indeed it has. Noah Kester just comes in for the Friendswood Mustangs. They're shuttling players in left and right. We'll see who else comes in. Maybe we're going to see we saw a lot of guys play at a LaPorte game last week or 2 weeks ago. I'm going to give a shout-out again to Moses Garcia last game, leading rusher for Friendswood. He played the fourth quarter last game. Oh, it's going to be – he slips out of that sack. McDaniel pass complete down to the 50 to the 45-yard line.
As Wade Winters on the coverage and the tackle just let him slip away from him after the QB scramble right there.
Clock moving. Just under 1 minute left here in this ball game. McDaniel rushed out of the pocket. McDaniel flings it downfield. Caught at the 25. Made a move. But goes backwards.
And it's going to be coming back as well as there's a laundry on the field.
Well, if you're a Stingaree fan, that's highly disappointing. McDaniel, though, showing he's got quite the arm.
Just a little too late.
Yes, indeed. Well, after this game, we will wrap it up. On the Frank's Collision Center post-game show, we'll talk about our player and player of the game. as well as give you a little talk briefly about next week and get a final Shadow Creek score as well. Again, your Friendswood Mustangs come on top tonight, 34-14. If there's no other score here by Texas City first and long now. 41 seconds left here in this one. Friendswood will go 1-0 in district. Texas City will start 0-1. Again, next week, Friendswood travels to the island to play Galveston ball. McDaniel's pass is caught and tackled inbounds. Oh, there's a flag. I didn't see what happened, but I saw.
Just no reason for it. Game's over. Getting blown out. Tempers flaring. Just need to get this thing over with. Get everybody home safe. Friendswood needs to walk into the locker room 1-0 after this next play.
It is a personal foul, though, on the Mustangs. No reason, like you said, for that. Just a little too much, it's kind of funny in a situation like this. So why? Well, you got guys in the game right now that have not played, and they want to be out there as much as, and they're so excited to be out there too. Sometimes the emotions get the best of you. So it's not so much what's going on in the game, it's the fact that they're just in the game for the first time, and unfortunately, that's a negative mark. Again, Friendswood's last 3 minutes of this ball game have steadily gone downhill. It's not going to matter on the scoreboard, though. 27 seconds left. Texas City, a fresh set of downs. McDaniel pumps, goes in the end zone. That ball he's wide open, but it's going to be out of bounds.
Tried to drag the toe.
Where's the
defense? The end
defense?
zone. Not a soul around the Stingaree in the Mustang blue end zone.
I thought I lost him in the fog of our window here, but there was no one there. Absolutely not. So Texas City gets a second chance here, 2nd and 10. Ball's on, again, their own 29-yard line. 200 receivers to both sides. McDaniel back to pass. McDaniel is going to be, no, still running. Got a flag, got to think it's a hold. End zone. McDaniel, that's caught. However,
not going to matter.
That's going to come back.
That was Booker with the reception in the end zone, holding on the Stingarees. Touchdown, null and void.
Well, that kind of sums it up for the Stingarees this evening.
Absolutely, and honestly, I'm surprised the Stingarees didn't go to the air earlier in the third quarter. You were down by 3 scores. You had nothing going. The run game was not hitting. Besides that one, McDaniel just broke off play, and that has nothing to do with the scheme or the call.
Right.
You had an athlete make an incredible play in open space. You can't count on a guy to break 5-6 tackles every time you come out on the field. Texas City needed to go to the air earlier to at least attempt to make it a ball game.
Though 34-14 here for Friendswood. This will be one more shot for the Stingarees. At least put some more points on the board, but it's all academic now. 200 receivers to both sides. McDaniel will imagine try to get one more shot to the end zone here. Barks it out. Back to pass. Good pocket. Uh-oh. Going to be flushed. Sacked. Final play was sacked. We have who that was.
Looked like number 94 right there on the sack. Noah Kester.
Noah Kester ends the game for the Mustangs with a sack. Final score, Friendswood 34, Texas City 14. We'll take a quick break here on MCS Sports. Come back and wrap it up. We'll be right back here.
Generators of Houston and Generac support the Friendswood High School Mustangs. For all of your industrial and commercial generator needs, choose the oldest and largest Generac industrial dealer in Texas, Generators of Houston. They are generator installation experts with over 14 years of experience and installation references in virtually every commercial, municipal, and industrial application. If your business needs a generator installation, service, or parts, call the largest industrial Generac dealer in Texas, generatorsofhouston.com. That's generatorsofhouston.com. Go Mustangs!
This segment is brought to you by Dr. Joe Dankey at Select Spine and Sports Medicine. Dr. Danke is the only certified sports chiropractor in Friendswood, and his goals are always to get you out of pain and back to action as fast as possible. Select Spine and Sports Medicine provides the best treatment options for neck and back pain as well as sports-related injuries. To find out more, visit chiropractorfriendswood.com.
Motor Trends is a locally owned and operated pre-owned auto dealership that specializes in customer service and one-price selling. The Yarbrough family invites everyone from the Friendswood Clear Lake area to look us up online at motortrendsonline.com, or just come on by and see us on FM 528 on the border of Friendswood and Alvin. We have a great selection of trucks, SUVs, sports cars, and sedans. We support Friendswood Athletics.
Have you been dreaming of a home renovation? Are you looking to purchase a home? Is it time to refinance? With money to loan and the will to help, the best place to borrow is right at home. At Hometown Bank, dreams are built one family at a time. Stop in to see one of their experienced loan officers today. Hometown Bank is your local bank with deep roots in our community. With big league resources and services, that strength is used for local families and businesses. Come see how being local makes a big difference in banking at Hometown Bank. Visit Facebook, Twitter, or htbna.bank for more information. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
And welcome back to Henry Winston Stadium, where your Friendswood Mustangs go 1-0 in district with a 34-14 victory over the Texas City Stingrays this evening. Thank y'all for listening tonight. This is the Frank's Collision Center post-game show. And Justin, the bottom line in this is you walk away 1-0. There's good, there's bad, but the best is you're 1-0 in district.
Absolutely. You go in, you fix what you saw was broken. You know, you started off slow. You're not going to be able to start off slow against some of these better district opponents and stay undefeated. So that's the only thing really that I saw out of the Mustangs that really needs to be corrected. They dominated after Texas City first drive. They rolled the rest of the game. Run game was solid. Defense was solid all around.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, you take away that last few minutes of play, things got sloppy. I mean, that's bound to happen sometime. But that being said, besides that first drive, I thought Friendswood really did a good job of adjusting, come back out and taking care of business against a good Texas City squad. But again, every week's going to be like this. Every week's going to be a battle. And, you know, I don't know how much the weather played in factor tonight for anybody, but regardless, for Friendswood, it's 1-0 on the season. And 4-0 on the season, 1-0 in district. Right now, Friendswood and Foster are on top of this district at 1-0. Shadow Creek is 3 minutes away from being 1-0 as they are up 28-14 right now still on Angleton. And then, of course, tomorrow night, Hightower versus Terry. All right, before we go tonight, we're going to have our Hometown Bank of Friendswood play of the game. And Justin, you and I both agreed there wasn't one big offensive strike for Friendswood. There was a lot of great plays on offense. But to us, the turning point of the game was that first big stop for Friendswood's defense. And, of course, who better to get it than the Sack King?
Absolutely. Mike Hermes brought it to him. Texas City was rolling. They were up early. They were 7-0, was rolling on that drive, trying to put the Stingarees up by 2 scores. Hermes dropped him, made it 3rd and 20, and after that, it was all Mustangs.
Oh, no doubt about it. Again, like I said, the defense came, great adjustments on those on that after that first drive, and besides Texas City's late run from McDaniel at quarterback, the Friendswood defense did a great job. The player of the game of tonight, and we had a couple of candidates, but we're going to give it to the workhorse tonight. Justin, talk about our player of the game.
We'll tell you what, it was a close one between Alvarez and Revere. Alvarez finished on the night, 9 receptions, 132 yards along with 2 scores, but he had the missed extra point.
Oh,
that's the little blemish
Oh,
that's going to give it
wow.
to Revere. Revere, 25 carries, 193 yards on the night, along with a score, 7.7 yards per carry. That is an absolute workhorse.
Yeah, he's getting it done. He's got it done in games past, and he definitely got it done tonight. Friendswood rode his back in the end zone once, and just, again, he helped move the tide of the game for Friendswood throughout the night. So, Luke Revere, congratulations, young man. You get love and respect from the Lows, and really there's no greater gift than that right there. Justin, next week, you and I from the island, Galveston Ball. Chance for Friendswood to go 5-0 on the season, and more importantly, 2-0 from district. It's just what can we say? It's just going to be a battle every night. We've been saying it all year, and we're going to say it again next Friday when we catch you guys at Galveston Ball. Then Friendswood has 2 home games in a row, including a homecoming matchup on the 19th versus the Shadow Creek Sharks, who will be, at least right now, have one district win as they knock off Angleton this evening. All this being said, Justin, love working with you tonight. It's been a fun night, great game. Thanks to our halftime guest it all, and Daniel Feaster, who, if it wasn't for this young man next to me, nobody would be hearing me right now. So, Daniel, great job out there. Appreciate it. For Justin, Daniel, myself, and Lauren, our halftime guest, thank you guys for tuning in tonight. We will catch you guys next week from Galveston. Have a great and safe weekend. We're out.
This has been a presentation of Friendswood High School Athletics on the MCS Sports Network. Tonight's game was brought to you by Hometown Bank, Select Spine and Sports Medicine, JSC Federal Credit Union, Generators of Houston, Motor Trends, Montz and Mayer Dental Group, and by RE/MAX. Thanks for listening, and go Mustangs!